Hey, what's up? It's your boy, 24/7 here with 24/7 Future Media, and just here on a Sunday, just kicking it. And, just wanted to check a few things out, while I've had a moment. So I thought it'd be cool, and yeah. So hopefully everybody's doing well. I know this week has been pretty interesting. I know that I went out to Round Rock, Texas, which is, for what I'm understanding, about 30 minutes from Austin. And I was out there with my aunt and my cousin, chilling with my brothers, and it was good to be around family. You know, my mother was there. It was cool. It was real nice. So, I had a chance to be with family and be in a whole different setting, a different environment. And, I thought it would be cool, to come back with kind of say, a renewed spirit. It's always good to be around family. So, other than that, just want to let you guys know what's going on. This is the fight edition here. What does that mean? Well, I went and I seen, like, over the weekend, there's been all kinds of, like, little fight things going on. And what do I mean by that? Well, came across this new Hulk versus Juggernaut video that I thought maybe, if you're interested, we can check out. Then, of course, there were things going on with this dude called Dean the Great. I thought it was pretty interesting. I figured, shit, might as well check it out with y'all. Then, of course, there's a few other things. And, some of this is actually pop culture related. And I guess other things are, personal interests, if that's the word for it. But, I figured, shit, why not go ahead and check this shit out and just kick it with y'all. So hopefully you guys are doing good. And what's up, Low Spec? What's going on, brother? We got Penny in the house. It's great to see y'all. Thank y'all for being here. And actually, most of all, I really did miss you guys. So I figured, shit, might as well just, come back and do something a little bit different. So, yeah, I'm over here looking at what's going on in Twitter. It says, what movie am I watching? I know you guys are familiar with this one right here. It's an old school classic, if I'm not mistaken, from 82, 83. Eddie and the Cruisers. Love me some Eddie and the Cruisers. Not gonna lie. Oh shit. Fart spray. That's wild. What's this? What's this?
Oh my God. He broke this leg, yeah. Is his neck? Oh my God. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Wow. This is interesting. So, basically running from the cops.
Oh my God. He broke this leg, yeah. Is his neck?
Wow. Damn. I don't know. I'm just thinking about the consequences. Like you steal something, you run, you decide to jump. Damn, that's a hell of that's.
He broke something.
Yeah. You know what? That's wild. It's even to the point where it's like, this is crazy. Yo, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. Twitter's interesting, man. Between Twitter and Reddit, I mean, those are two platforms that are like buck wild. They got some wild shit going on with them, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you know, if you can basically deal with like 4chan, 8chan, Reddit, and Twitter, you know, to a huge degree, that's like those are like the wild west of like the internet. Like if you want to go for a full out fucking brawl online, you go to them spots. But yeah, that's a hell of a way to start this shit off. But shit, I'm glad to have y'all here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I saw this and I figured. So this dude made the Hulk versus Juggernaut, right? And I had a chance to see the first one. It was about maybe four minutes long, but it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all. If I'm not mistaken, this is just a few days old. So I ain't gonna lie, I'm still thinking about old buddy jumping off of the shits. But yeah, I wanted to go check this out, and because when I saw that this dude here made this second one, I wanted to see how much it was improved over the one that he made. Maybe like a month or two ago. So of course they've had like Seedance 2.0. They've had a lot of other different AI video generating stuff either pop up or get upgraded. So I was like, well, shit. Let's see the fight. Let's see how this goes down. So here we go. Not bad so far. Pretty interesting. Little Spec says, "Oh my God, I hate getting advice from Reddit, but sometimes, yeah, I know what you mean, man. Reddit, Reddit can give you some good advice. Like I'm not gonna lie, like you can go on there and get some really sound advice. You know that'll sometimes come out of. It'll come from a different place that and even at times it'll give you a perspective that you would have never thought of, which is cool. You could always appreciate that, but at the same time, you also get a whole lot of shit that won't help you neither. You'd be like, what the fuck did I just read? But damn, I do feel you on that, but yeah. Let's keep pushing. All right. The mansion. Juggernaut. Wow. 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 Not bad. Not bad. This is pretty looks pretty good. I'm loving the detail. And Hollywood better watch out, man. This is dope.
The Hulk was seen to the north, industrial forest, alone. Then leave him alone. Last time someone went after him, half the city fell.
Banner.
I'm not gonna lie, the detail. You know, it's funny. I remember when 4K. I remember when 4K hit, right? And my brother, he ended up getting Batman Begins, the first of the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. He ended up getting that in 4K, and he was the first thing he told me when he saw it was, man, you know, it's like he was telling me how incredible it looked, that when you saw the actual image that close, that clear, that you were able to see like the stitching in Batman's costume. You know, me personally, sometimes having that much detail isn't good. Why? Because there ends up being, depending on how old the movie is and how, you know, and how the green screen looks on something that's maybe 20, 25 years old, maybe even 15, depending which studio put it out. The green screen, when it comes to like the CGI graphics and everything, you could tell that the background's not real. You could see like the characters walking around together, and the way the screen looks, there's like this thing that shows up around the character. It's like a outline, and you could tell that they're not really where they're at. You could tell like the background and everything else is fucking fake. Like it ain't real. Like you could tell they're just walking, you know, through a green screen, and it just looks fake. Why? Because the shit is so detailed that it takes the whole picture apart. That's the thing about 4K and shit being so detailed. But with this, you know, being AI and being detailed, this is actually pretty fucking good, man. You know, of course, I mean, it's AI. There's no green screen behind it or whatever. You know, like I said, I can fucking care less about, you know, so much detail. Just as long as it all looks like everything is cohesive, like it's all together. Like, you know, I'm actually looking at what I'm looking at. You know, I tell you what, if you ever get a chance to watch the first, if I'm not mistaken, the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, that he's actually fighting the Green Goblin, played by you know, William Dafoe. If you look at that in 4K, the shit looks so fake that it looks so defined, that you can tell that it was a green screen, and that's when 4K works against you. But like I said, this is a different level, but the clarity and everything looks on point, like it's like if it's in 4K, but it looks good. So I'm not complaining. Wow. He's built exactly the way he's supposed to look. Yo, the Juggernaut. Yo, this is incredible, man. You know, honestly, even like the editing on here, it has like a fluidity to it. It's like it seems like it's going longer than just like the 8 seconds that that normally, you know, is allowed for a lot of these AI videos. Like if you have to put together like 8-second clips, and this looks like it's done, I don't know, maybe the eight seconds feels like it's stretched out a little bit longer, but it looks like it's a little bit longer than just, you know, a quick 8-second clips being like attached to each other. Yeah, we don't need to see every pore in someone's nose. It's too much. Yeah, it is. You know, like I say, it's cool with some things, but there's just some things that I don't, you know, I don't know. Like, do I need to know if, you know, if let's say the Juggernaut has like peach fuzz on his arms, you know, like let's say like he's like some kind of hairy dude. Do I need to see the detail in his arms to see like the peach fuzz on his shits? Nah, I don't need to see that, man. Like, come on now. Like, again, it's cool for some things, but it, you know, you don't have to do that shit for everything. Like that kind of detail, like to a degree, is like, who cares? It's just crazy. It's, I don't know, maybe it's just me, right? At least they have everybody in their suits. Wow, Colossus looks dope. That's dope.
Здесь этому придет конец, Каин.
You know what? This is look. This is ill because like I used to collect the X-Men, and this is exactly pulled straight out of the comic books, where he just shows up and he's like even in the comic books sometimes he wouldn't even say anything like in English. Like his first response would be something in Russian. Like, this shit is dope. I likes this. What? Wow. Yeah, this is dope. Now, why can't we get an X-Men movie with comic book accurate, you know, costumes like this? Like, this is what we want. And actually, yeah, I think we're gonna get something like that for like Avengers Doomsday, or like Avengers Secret Wars, or whichever one is coming first. I can't remember, but yeah, I mean, are we gonna see it like this though? And to be honest, to sit here and look at Colossus, even with the old school wrestling trunks, you know, I mean, come on, that's like, those are the trunks that superheroes wore back in the day. The shit doesn't look bad. So look, if this dude here can pull off a Colossus here in this video that looks like this and is comic book accurate, you know, why couldn't they pull this off when they did the Fox? Well, actually they did have comic book accurate costumes, if y'all didn't know, man. But after everybody looked at it, they all deemed it was corny, and then they went with the other shits, which was even cornier. But yeah, I mean, people want comic accurate shits nowadays, so why couldn't it be this? I don't know, man, but
You never learn.
wow. Yo, this is ill. Wow. Man, he yelled like he got his shit crushed. Like, come here. Like, wow, this is wild. This is wild. And this is actually pretty good. This looks what? Yeah, like Hugh Jackman, you know. I don't know, I guess he's coming back as Wolverine, but I also heard that Henry Cavill is also in some reports that he's also returning as Wolverine as well. What does that mean? Who knows? But this is not bad. This is not bad. Wow. Wow. Game over. Yo. Yeah, this is dope, man. This is yeah. This is definitely getting props, man. This is dope. This is dope. I don't know. What do y'all think, man? So far. You know what? This is closer to the Hulk. For me, this is closer to the Edward Norton's Hulk. This is better than Eric Bana's Hulk. Just, visually, it looks. Eric Bana's Hulk was a little like too green, but he was cool. And I think he did a good job as the Hulk. And I mean, the actual, the CGI, like all that shit was actually pretty cool. So I'm not dunking on it. But in 2026, this Hulk here looks. He looks good. He looks good. Yeah, it's funny. I don't know if y'all saw this, but while he was walking, it kind of paused and kept going. I think but see, if more people were to basically start an 8-second clip where the last one left off at and try to like have it precisely starting where the last one ended, you could see a lot of people putting a lot of these clips together better to where it looks like a longer scene. And it looks like that's what is happening here. But, I don't know. I have an eye. I look out for shit like that. But you saw the little skip, but it kept going. And I was like, But that's dope, though. I mean, shit. You do what you got to do, especially when you're trying to slice and dice in your editing. I've been there and done that, so I get it. Wow. Banner! Man, this is dope. I tell you what, man, they definitely have the essence of the Hulk with the growling, with the raw and all that. Like that's. I tell you, man. I don't know what it's gonna take for Disney to try to get the Hulk from Universal, but from what I'm understanding, that shit'll never happen, and unless they have a hell of a deal drawn up to where Universal would find it. I don't know. Well, like it would. They would see the advantage on letting Marvel do a full Hulk movie Maybe Marvel and Disney haven't taken it to that point where they made it worthy of Universal to say, all right, fuck it, y'all go ahead and do a full blown World War Hulk movie. But man, this is what we need right here. And I think the Hulk can hold his own for a good hour and a half, 2 hour movie if it's action packed, the fucking story's good, and the Hulk is holding his own, showing what the hell the Hulk does best. I mean, yeah, he's good for a good hour and a half, 2 hour movie. Come on, man. Let's. That's dope. You know, I really hope these new Marvel movies that come out are going to be good. I really hope so. I really hope so. Because now, I'm gonna tell you, they're showing a whole lot of with Seedens 2.0, they're showing a whole lot of new superhero stuff, and man. And it's not only like the Marvel and DC stuff. They also have they have this thing with Dragon Ball Z too. I mean, if you guys are, I love Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball was cool, but when Dragon Ball Z came in the mix, a few decades ago, that shit was on point, man. I think I have almost a whole complete collection. I think I'm missing maybe one or two of the seasons in between, but Lady Miss, how you doing there? Yo, it was great to see you. Yeah, I'm just sitting here, checking out some things. So I'm happy to have you here, and it's an honor and a pleasure to have you. So I appreciate you. Thank you. Ripped straight out of the comic books. I'm not gonna lie, this may be a crazy take, but out of what's happened in the last like 6-7 years, I miss the old like Avengers movies with the Hulk and all that. I don't like what they did with the Hulk with the last movie where he got his ass whooped by Thanos like it wasn't nothing, and he looked like he was trying to run and shit. Like, the Hulk doesn't run. You know what I'm saying? Like, not like that. He'll just get his ass whooped, but he just ain't gonna like. I don't know. It's just weird. I hope they stop with this Professor Hulk shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know things are the way they are, and Marvel looks like whatever. But just as a fan, just as a general fan, I miss the old Hulk. Just sorry, man.
Now I'm not just unstoppable. Hulk stronger!
Whew. Wow. Yo, on the cool, man, Valor X is the channel only what 1.74K subscribers. Give him a sub. Give him a sub. Because to be honest, like if you look through Valorex's channel, he has some videos, with this kind of content. And as you go through them, they gotten better and better and better. So yeah, check it out. I mean, he's getting better. So I mean, and I mean, trust me, look, people have this whole big push about AI and things like that. Like, don't I don't know. I would hope people wouldn't be just so judgmental. I just try. I would ask just to have like an open mind and just check it out. I mean, not asking anybody to support it, but if something's good and it's better than what we're getting in Hollywood, why not see what the little guys doing? These small channels. Shit. I mean, it's it's awesome. Let's check it.
Good to hear you called. We have a big problem. If these two continue, the planet won't survive.
Wow. That's dope. That's dope. So, yeah, Valorex. Check them out. Some dope shit. And, yeah. Yeah, this... Look at that. He has a Hulk versus Red Hulk. So, that's your villain from Captain America. Whatever the fuck. I can't remember the movie. But, yeah. With Falcon. So... That's your. I wonder. He probably looks like Harrison Ford or whatever. I wonder if he's gonna have him look like that or look like. I forgot his name. Shame on me that passed away, but that Harrison Ford took his role as General Thunderbolt Ross. Man, so, man, it's good to have y'all here, man. This is awesome, man. All right, well, let's check out what's next. Like I say, his name is Valorex. Check him out. Shit, shout outs to him. I know, all right, so, now, we're gonna switch gears, right? Again, like I said, this is some wild stuff right here. So over the weekend, I don't know if you guys saw this. There's a YouTuber. He's a boxing YouTuber, right? And he goes by Dean the Great, and he's hanging out with Rampage, and he retired UFC fighter, actor, there you go. William Hurt. I appreciate that. Pat S. Yo, I'm back. Yeah, there you go. Appreciate that, man. Yeah. Pat S. What's up, man? Hey, it's good to see you, brother. Yeah, I've been trying to get a hold of you, man. So hopefully we'll get a chance to talk here soon, man. Yeah, man. Boy, it's great to have you here, brother. My man. So, I was checking out this situation where, there's this dude and, he's basically being very disrespectful and in a very wild ass way. And it's actually pretty entertaining. So I figured for the sake of like you know, this fight night, this fight edition that we got going on. I figured this would go pretty well, so here we go.
I got my strap in the car. This nigga, bro. Slap the shit out of me in front of the girls.
No, the girls didn't see it. He stopped you in front of his wife.
So this is dude here, right? This is Dean the Great. You can tell he's a little guy. You can tell he's like, he looks like he's about 5. I don't know, man. He looks like he's about maybe 5'6", 5'7" at that. And you know, you can tell he's won a couple titles, because you can, you see him whenever you go to his YouTube channel. You can see the titles in the background and the whole nine. But yeah, he got into a little altercation.
These girls,
and it was wild.
So we got a little bit of drama today. This is the shit that I live for. As long as it doesn't involve me, I love this shit. So for anyone that's unfamiliar with Dean the Great, he's fought on Misfits in different places, and he's kind of like a boxing content creator, but he's a small guy compared to Larry Wheels, who's 6'1" and 280 pounds as a...
Yo, Larry Wheels. Man, that dude, look, I've seen enough videos of Larry Wheels, and I'm going to tell you something, man. He's a monster. Like, I mean, hell, man, in size, he's something else, but in strength, I seen him do some shit. And just being honest, just being frank. But this dude here is a monster, and it looks like he got into a little something. And if you guys haven't seen it, I'll just let you guys see it.
Powerlifter, bodybuilder, and fitness influencer. When you 5'5" and a $120, all that boxing skill ain't gonna do shit against a guy that size. And that's exactly what we saw in this.
Oh, he's 5'5". I would have gave him like 5'7", right? I would have gave him 5'7". I don't know. I guess because you see him looking up to Rampage. So I mean, how tall do you think this dude is? But yeah, okay. He says a $120. I would have gave him at least 140, 150. I would have gave him that. I would have gave him at least 140, 150. I mean, because I gave him 5'7", you know what I'm saying? But if he's 5'5", 120, I don't think he's 120, man. I think he's, he's nah, I don't think he's 120. He got a dope picture of Tupac in the background back there. Yeah. So, is it this?
This clip where he decided that he was going to try to flirt with Larry's wife while they were on stream. It seems like everybody had some drinks. He might have just been trying to be a little funny, but he was definitely pushing it a little too far. And my man Larry let him know.
Can I get a hug?
No, don't do no. Whoa.
I know we're streaming and shit.
No, hey, bro, don't disrespect. Don't disrespect the king like that. You know why?
She a queen, though.
Say, for AI fun, have you seen this channel, Not Action Stuff, just artwork to music, AI stuff for fun? You know what, Lady Miss? On your recommendation, because you've always had good taste, I'm going to go check that out. Vahana, AI art vibes, and stumbled on it and found it fascinating to see. All right. So Vahana. All right. So you guys see it in the chat. Check it out. I'm definitely going to give it a go after the stream. Yep. And way over the line with this lady. That's Lady Miss. I'll tell you what, I agreed. And you're gonna see how far he goes with this shit. This is wild. Oh yeah, appreciate that. Thank you for putting it in the chat. My girl, Lady Miss, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Listen. Whoa. I know we streaming. You gotta chill.
We got you. I know we streaming, nigga.
She a queen, though.
Hey, handle your liquor. I know we streaming, but handle your shit.
His
Come on.
wife up for grabs.
Hey, he been.
Man, he's talking about how fine this dude's wife is in front of this dude. And I'll let you know if I like it. Yep, we'll definitely let you know, Lady Miss. I appreciate you. Yeah, and thank you for sharing that. But man, this guy here is out of control.
Man, man,
She's smiling, she's laughing.
did
It's
you
like
get
that. This.
What are you doing with your hands? Listen.
You ready for him 200 Griffith? Whoa! Dean!
He reached out and tried to hold her hand. That's wow. Yeah, you talk about disrespectful, man. Shit. Very interesting though. So
I ain't getting shit on.
Yeah.
I was
Dean.
waiting for that fucking moment.
That was a real ass slap, nigga. Get your ass in the van, nigga. It's a hard ass.
yeah, he dropping the N bombs, but the fuck. I mean, I don't know. In some parts it was bleeped. I guess in some parts it's not, but they're gonna say that shit so much. It's a part of the, yeah. Yep, there you go, smack. Yeah, there you go. That shit's just buck.
That slap, nigga. Come on.
Bitch ass.
Come on.
You see, they do. I guess they can't catch every N bomb. I guess, but yeah, it's some funny shit.
You did good, nigga.
So first and foremost, I want to give a huge shout out to Rampage. I loved him as a fighter, and
Yeah, Rampage is a beast, man. He's fucking funny.
might love him even more as a streamer because he's always involved in all the F shit that happens and he does nothing but add comedic value. Now, I'll be honest, I thought this shit might have been staged at first, but that is a real slap. And the more that I've watched it, the more that I think this is actually real. And Dean is...
You know what? I've seen enough YouTube. We've all seen enough YouTube videos to where when you see some shit like this and you end up getting like, and I've seen people like hit each other and all this other shit. I knew the shit was fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, because as you watch the video or whatever, or maybe it'll be like a video or two down the line, they were back friends again, all this other shit. So it's like, or you'll see some behind the scenes shit to where you find out that it's fake. So, Pat S., my brother says the best quote ever about Tupac was from 50 Cent. Jay-Z has 24 Grammys. His wife has 32, and his kids has come, but Tupac has none. That tell you everything about the Grammys. Yeah. It does. It does. Tupac, Jaws. Yeah, he likes some other shit. I wish I knew what that was in the background, but yeah, let's keep it rolling.
Is this dude who has this certain ego about him? I don't know if it's the little man syndrome or if it has to do with the fact that he just really wants to be really good at boxing, and so when a guy kind of gets one off,
growing up, I've had real like short people try to like, try to come off with that tough shit, around me or whatever. And you know, the funny thing about it is, in any setting, right? Whether it's the streets, jail, you know, I've been locked up before, you know, all this other shit. You know, I was great. You know, I was raised in the streets, you know, whatever, you know, nothing to talk about, justify, whatever. But the thing that I want to say is, like, the one thing I noticed is what people have said is, if you want any kind of respect from anybody, you want to know how you get it? You go against the biggest person, either in the room, in the neighborhood, in jail, whatever the case may be, right? And they would say, hey, if you want to make a name for yourself, you don't want anybody to, you know, fuck with you, mess with you, or whatever. Try to knock out, or whatever the fuck, the biggest guy around. Once you do that, you'll basically probably get the respect of everybody else. So who has the most to prove, if anybody? It's probably the smallest guy there. So, you know, with that being said, I've had people try to buck up to me, try to, like, and I mean, it not even in the sense like I was in the wrong about something and they needed to, like, be a man about something. It was all like a thing where, okay, I'm new here, and since you're the biggest motherfucker here, let me go in and see, you know, if I can come up against you. And I've had to deal with that shit a few times. And, you know, I'm 6'3". That's a pretty interesting logic or a way to look at how to fucking gain respect, is probably taking the biggest guy out in the area. I don't know where the fuck they, you know, I don't know. I never gave it too much thought about where that shit comes from, but this might be one of those things. And it just kind of reminds me of, like, a small guy trying to act like he's on the level of somebody that's twice or maybe 3 times, you know, his size. So I don't know. This shit's weird as fuck.
I just don't think that he handles it great. And you could tell from this next clip where, again, I don't know if he's being 100% serious, but he's saying that he wants to shoot this guy.
Y'all go to...
Yeah. You know, he ends up doing a whole lot of threatening and all kinds of shit. It's just wild.
Each other. Don't cry.
It's fucked up. Rampage told him, hey, man, don't cry, man. Don't cry. That's some wild shit. That's embarrassing, dude.
Take it on me.
Nigga, I got my strap in the car. This nigga, bro.
He says, I got my strap in the car. So now he wants to shoot somebody, but he was wrong as hell. Lospec said they thought Jethro Tull was metal.
Nigga.
He slapped the shit out of me in front of the girls.
No, the girls didn't see it. He slapped you in front of his wife. These girls, they didn't see it.
This nigga ain't bulletproof.
100%? Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Hey, you might...
He's talking about this man ain't bulletproof. Come on, man. See, I don't get how his ego could be so, like, you know, I don't see how he just feels like his ego's so damaged when he was in the wrong for even doing this. This shit is wild. I don't even know how I would even handle...
My boy. Hey, you my boy. You my brother.
Nigga, fuck that. I'm not gonna get slapped on camera.
Hey, nigga.
I ain't no bitch. I don't give a fuck.
I'm not bitch.
I don't give a fuck about no nigga swing me around, nigga.
Hey.
You know what, to be honest, as I played this, Look, I will say this. I didn't know this was gonna be, so much, like nigga this, nigga that. I didn't know it was gonna be all that. Actually, I knew it was gonna be a few of them in there, but I didn't know it was gonna be this many. So y'all, y'all come after me later or something. But I'm gonna try to get through this shit. And then it's funny because there's another clip that I was gonna play after this, still related to this dude, about what happens to him the next day or two. The same little dude gets into some more shit, and I was gonna play that, but let's keep it rolling.
Hey, I'm be 100.
Me, bro.
Hey, I'm be 100. You was in the wrong on that one.
I'm vibing.
I know you vibing. You drunk and vibing.
All right, bro.
I'm be 100. Hey.
Yeah, this dude can't hold his liquor for shit, man. Yeah, he should man up and apologize. It's funny you say that. If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw somewhere that actually like 2 or 3 days after this, he ended up apologizing. He ended up apologizing to his girlfriend for being an ass and doing all this shit and getting caught on camera with all this shit, and she's still trying to be like faithful to him while he's sitting there trying to fuck with another man's wife. I mean, this is wild. But yeah, but he should apologize to Larry Wheels and his wife, but he ends up apologizing to his own girlfriend. I'm like, well, fuck. I didn't see the way he's acting. He act like he don't even got a girlfriend. So I don't know, man. This is whatever.
Hey, listen, I'm be 100. You my boy. If that was my wife, I wouldn't slap you, nigga. I would like pick you up and act like I'm gonna slam you. But he ain't us. Hey, your girl didn't see it though. You good.
See, you heard what he just said? He said, hey, your girl didn't see it. So his girlfriend is on the bus. He did all this shit with his girlfriend in the bus. So yeah, I guess that's something, right? Yeah, there you go, Pat. I guess it's something. Shit, this is crazy.
She gonna watch the clip.
Yeah.
He says she gonna watch the clip. Yeah, his girlfriend's gonna watch the clip. And look, Rampage. Yo, listen, if you guys haven't checked out Rampage's channel, Rampage is wild as fuck, man. He's a hell of a YouTuber, man. He's funny, man, and he don't mind dealing with like young motherfuckers like this dude, or dealing with people, his age, and everything in between. He don't mind dealing with none of that shit. He's a people person, man, and yeah, he's funny, man. Lady Miss says sorry, but with his attitude, he's not going to live long or be in prison, where he better get used to getting slapped, if not worse. Sometimes the way you act gets you into trouble you may regret. That is very much true from the ever so wise Lady Mist. And you're right about that. This is crazy. And it's funny, as you're going to see here in a couple minutes, that after this shit is done, the next day, something else happens. It's fucking his buck.
You find that funny, huh, bitch ass?
Yeah, I do now. How do you about that? Hey, I be forgetting about clips.
I honestly don't care what's happened.
See, and if I'm not mistaken, that's his girlfriend right there. That's why she's talking about how she don't care what happened. Why should she care? Because that's his girlfriend. You know, that's why she even made a statement like that.
But if someone bigger,
This nigga, my jaw hurt, bro.
Hey, look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes. Hey, you want to jump there?
Oh, I guess that's not his girlfriend. Well, look, there's a video, right? All right, there's a video where they're at Rampage's house, and his girlfriend walks up to Rampage, and he explains to her this whole situation. But then, you know, she during that video, she was wearing glasses. So I'm thinking, I'm not sure, you know, and it was like a quick little clip or whatever. And I'm thinking maybe she don't got glasses, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't remember what the fucking hair looks like because this girl has like streaks in her shits and this one doesn't. I can't tell if it was, you know, either one of them. But, you know, that's why I made the assumption, just to like clear the air, you know what I'm saying?
Want to jump that big? You my nigga. Look at me in the eyes. No, we're not doing that. We ain't going to prison for no slap.
You know what's funny? This is the kind of mentality that young cats, this cat has to be in his 20s. This can't be no 30-year-old, 40-year-old cat. This dude has to be in his 20s, right? But the thing is, he carries the mentality of the way young people think nowadays. And I mean, it's just crazy. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be a slap. It could be a thing where, you know, they fuck around and their feelings get hurt. Or they made, you know, to look stupid or whatever the fuck. They'll go get a gun for that shit. Nothing, you know, and I mean, let alone getting slapped.
That's one thing I ain't doing. I got kids. You got no kids. I got money, nigga. I ain't going to prison. Got to fight for my asshole every month.
Yeah. I gotta fight for his shit. Oh man, my bad, y'all. Shit, this is too funny, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man, this is Rampage for you.
Because a nigga slapped you over you flirting with his wife. That's one thing. Hey, I love you, nigga. This is one thing I ain't doing. I ain't fighting for my asshole for the rest of my life because you got slapped.
You know what? You know, fuck it. You know, you know what? I said, you know what? When I come back this time, which is this time here that I'm here with y'all, that I guess I was gonna be a little bit bolder, try to be a little bit wiser, try to be a little bit more, you know, about some different things. And I guess with, you know, well, shit, if you in the wrong, maybe you need to be getting your feelings hurt. Yeah. But, you know, I tell y'all like this. Me, you know, there's a lot of people that when it comes to their channels, might have been pretty hesitant to play this, or maybe by now they probably would have stopped the video, right? I'm not gonna do that. You know, of course, you know, when you do these kind of videos, these reaction videos, these kind of things, got to make sure that, you know, you follow all the YouTube guidelines and the whole thing. And the whole thing about the YouTube guidelines is that you're just not sitting there and you're just watching the video without the commentary and not pausing every not pausing and trying to add like they say intellectual commentary to what's being shown. And a lot of people, they post this kind of content, and they'll just let the video play, and and they'll even like run subtitles at the bottom and just let the video play. And at that point, they're sitting here and they're stealing content, and and the thing is, it's like that's how people get in trouble with this shit. And if YouTube don't like it, you can be free on Rumble, which is true. And I'm gonna be putting my hat in the Rumble jar here soon. But for as long as you guys have known me, I don't really do anything. I've never done anything like this. I tried it once before the other day. I got a response saying that that it was pretty cool that I did videos like this and did things basically in this kind of format. And I figured, you know what? I pretty much enjoy, doing this as well. And I just want to show, different shit. Hopefully things that, you guys haven't seen, and just make it interesting, entertaining, and funny. And try to have it more pop culture based, but basically on the level like this. And what could be pop culture about this? Well, I mean, this is YouTube. We do have Rampage. He's a UFC fighter, actor in movies, done different things. And this is some entertaining shit. And I figured, well, why not try something different? And this is me trying something different. So you guys let me know what you think, but I'm not going to shy away from anything. So there might be a little bit of cursing, a little bit of whatever, and I'm just gonna keep going. Fuck it, We're gonna ride it till the wheels fall off, right?
Now you wanna jump the nigga when you going to prison for jumping?
That nigga gotta go, bro.
You wanna jump him?
Oh, Shuka.
No.
Boy, I tell you, I've drunk, like in my lifetime, I've drank and I've gotten drunk before. If you've drank before and you've drank more than once, more than likely you probably, have gotten drunk. And, but one thing I can just say, is whenever I was drunk, you got to be fucking drunk, man. To fucking try to fuck with somebody else's wife, and then now you're talking about going to the car and fucking getting your gun to go shoot somebody. The one thing I've never been, drinking or getting drunk or being tipsy or whatever is violent. I guess, everybody's different. Everybody's built different. And I guess alcohol presses certain buttons in people than it does others. Some people become a happy drunk. Some people get violent. Some people fucking go straight to fucking sleep if they're drunk. Shit like that happens, and it is what it is. But when people drink and and the shit becomes violent, man, that's the worst, because depending on how far gone they are when they're drunk, some people, they'll get violent and don't remember a fucking thing the next morning. It's like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing. They were drunk, they were fucking naked, they were fucking doing all kinds of wild shit. And next thing you know, the next morning, hey, what the hell happened? Why am I naked? What the hell did I break? Why is there glass all over the place? What did I do? And you got to watch out for people like that. ZBR, what's up? Zombie Box Reviews is in the house. What's going on, brother? Man, it's great to have you here, man. Hell yeah.
No. You shut off, nigga.
So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of people on the internet that are celebrating this because Dean has kind of been a low-key dickhead to a lot of people. I like him when he boxes, but his actual personality, if I'm being honest, it kind of comes across like he's a little bit of a douchebag. So this just the kind of shit that you need in your life sometimes to just set you straight. And
Penny, what's up? He says, that was my ex-husband. I understand. I've met people like that that if they were sober, they wouldn't do a thing. But if they were drunk, my Lord, you would see and hear things that you would never imagine come from this person. And at that moment, that's when you know it's the alcohol. And at times that shit can, if it gets out of control, it could be scary. So that's man, that's wild. But yeah, I've been there before. Especially when they can't snap out of it. And they're just running on alcohol, and it's just it's like a revved up charged engine that just won't stop. It won't go out. It just won't quit. It's like, fuck, man. Sometimes it gets borderline to where you gotta it's just like, you don't know what to do with that shit. That's just wild, man. Like I said,
it's good that he's got Rampage as a friend because a lot of people need a Rampage type friend who's going to tell you we're not about to go to jail and fight for our booty hole every single night over you getting slapped. That's not a thing that I'm concerned with.
ZBR says, never drink when you're depressed. That's true. That's true. They say it ain't even sometimes like depression. It's like just having an idle mind at times isn't a good thing. It's always good to stay busy. Always try to work on different things, positive things. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with drinking. Well, if you can't handle your liquor, yeah, something's wrong with drinking. But, me, I drink responsibly, none of that other stuff. And actually you got to get to a point in life, basically, when you know yourself. And you have to know yourself enough to know that if you've blackened out a few times from drinking, and when you've woken up, people have told you horror stories about yourself, then, you might need to fucking chill. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. There's nothing more horrible than, I could imagine, because it never happened to me. Well, actually it did once, but it was like, someone gave me a pill, and that pill had me black out. It was what they call a handlebar. I was like 16, 17 years old, and they gave me they called them handlebars. I forgot what the actual thing is, but you take one of those and you drink some alcohol, and boom, your night can turn into whatever the fuck happened to me that night. And I was told that I completely had flipped out. Like, basically, I was giving away all my money. I was fucking eating everything inside of a store. what the fuck else I did? Drinking uncontrollably. I was doing all kind of shit, man. And that just, after that one time, MDA. Nah, it wasn't MDA. It was it's like it helps you sleep or whatever. I was like basically like a zombie or whatnot. But it's like it's a long, thin bar. You break it up in fours. You can take them in four pieces. But it's a small, real thin, and it makes you go to sleep. And again, being 16, 17, and being here, in Houston, Texas, that was what young kids that back then did. They popped pills and they drank or whatever, and that was one of the new things to come on in. And that's my story. Yeah, that was the first and last time that shit ever happened, because by the time I snapped out of it, I didn't know how I got home. My pockets were fucking rabbit ears. I gave away and spent all my money, and just to wake up at all this was like at 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon when all this shit happened. By the time I woke up the next day, it was like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm home, half naked, don't know what the fuck, how I got home. I don't know what the hell was going on. And all I heard was stories about it for like the next 2 or 3 days. Xanax, that's what it is. It was a Xanax. That's what it was. It was a Xanax. There you go, ZBR. So yeah, that's my story. So basically, if you're out of control and you can't control, what you're drinking and whatever you're partying with or whatever, and you got to wake up the next day and you're doing really like obnoxious, crazy shit like this dude was doing, bro, you don't need to be drinking, or you need to cut back, or you need to do some other shit, with yourself. And that's basically, but not to take away from the fun or anything. I was just saying, just relating to the situation, and saying like, hey, that ain't the way to go.
We can move on. Tomorrow's a new day. Like, everything is good, but people get in these certain mentalities where they're like, yo, I was disrespected. People saw that, and now I've got to do something to get my reputation back. But what's...
Yeah, and that's the shit that'll make you go to prison.
Crazy about that is if you actually go through with it, your reputation no longer matters because you're in jail. And they're...
Exactly. Like, there's some people, man, that be on that revenge shit, and that shit'll fucking cost them the rest of their lives. So it's like, how important is that shit when you got so much to lose? I mean, come on. I don't know, man. Good thing it looks like Rampage hopefully is talking his ass out of it.
Your reputation is going to be a 5'3" guy who's 120 pounds. You like fighting. You will be fighting for your life in that prison cell. So I just happened to see this as I was leaving the dispensary, and I thought, you know what? Let's record this.
As he was leaving the dispensary. That's interesting, man.
Before I get high, because I'm high in like too many videos. I gotta quit smoking again. I've been a little bit...
What the... Oh, shit. What the fuck is this? That's funny. That's funny. Okay. All right.
Crazy. But it's hard when your best friend owns the dispensary and I've just got all this shit. It's like I got more than I know what to do with, which is a good problem. Young me would have, I would have loved this problem, but now I'm just like, yo, I gotta smoke it before the shit goes dry or before the vapes expire. Like, it's a problem. It's a first world.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess, marijuana legalization, that's a whole nother subject that I'm not willing to talk about right now. But yeah, there's some interesting stuff, huh? Yeah, it's yeah, I didn't expect that. But so Stoner review. Penny. You're awesome, Penny. Boy, you're awesome. So this is the next day or two. All right, let's go here and see what happens here. Same guy again the next day or two.
Tiki, I know who you are, brother. Pleasure, man. You're a legend, dude.
Dean, this is Tito.
Who?
Tiki.
Tiki?
Say hello.
Nice to meet you, bro. You do know who I am. I don't know why you lying.
No, I don't.
You definitely know who the fuck I am.
All right, so let me just, in case, if you guys never just had a chance to see this one's also, all this happened within less than a week's time. 24/7 Drug Fusion Media, nah, man, nah. I ain't promoting it. I'm just, just being honest about myself. But I wasn't promoting it. But right here, right, in case you guys don't know, this bald-headed gentleman, right, he's Rampage Jackson's manager. Okay, this is his manager. And so, Zebra says, I've seen this video. Yeah. So, yeah, that's his manager. And, don't know if you guys watch UFC or, familiar with, there's a lot of people that go through there. Some people have a good long career. Some people have a few fights. Some people last, number of, decade or so. Some people just last very short. This gentleman here is an actual UFC fighter, and he's retired now. But of course, with anything, I'm gonna tell you something about athletes. You guys probably know this, but when athletes, even when they retire, they retire from competing professionally, but they're always training. They're not training for the next fight, but just to keep in shape, just in case they have to defend themselves out in public. Excuse me. Some of them are coaches. There's all, of course, health and everything else. There's all kind of reasons why athletes keep doing what they're doing, even if it's not on a competitive level. They never actually give up what they do. Some people do stop cold turkey, but that's very few people. At least for the exercise, continue to do whatever sport that they're known to do. So this is
Yes, the hell you do. You probably just don't like.
Yeah, you
the manager, right? Yeah.
Oh, so he knows this. Okay. All right. So he knows that it's Rampage's manager. All right.
Where do we meet?
I don't know, but we know mutuals and shit, so don't act like you don't know me.
No, I don't know you.
You definitely know me.
Nice to meet you, though.
Yeah, I just don't be lying because girls around and shit. You definitely know me, bro. Not even on some disrespectful shit, but my manager know you.
Who?
Nadeem. You know Nadeem.
Nadeem's your manager?
Yeah.
No, I don't know you. But I don't like your attitude. I don't like your fucking tone.
I don't like you at all, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when people like it's funny because this is YouTube. There's a camera involved, and people think that just because of sometimes the circles that you come across, that at times people expect for you to know other people. And I mean, it's weird. I've seen situations like that where a celebrity, and I'm talking about like in my face, I've seen where like a celebrity, not to me, but I've seen like a celebrity walk in to anywhere, a bar, club, I was a bouncer, and they come in, and the first thing is they expect for everybody to know who they are. It's like, they walk in and it's like, okay, they walking in and, hey, don't you know who I am? You should know who I am. And I've seen a lot of people feel like they were self-entitled for everybody else to have to know who the fuck they are. It's interesting. I I don't know why anybody would think that, but you see it right here. This is exactly what's going on right here. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, straight up.
Guys,
Yeah. Straight up.
What?
I said straight up.
Are you the guy that got slapped on video?
I did, but I'll slap the shit out you though.
okay. I'm gonna show you the inside.
You know, it's funny how when look, I'm gonna say this, all right. Nowadays, right, a lot of people, like, I would have to say, I'm guessing, man. Okay, UFC, MMA, all that shit started in the 90s, right? So that shit's, we're looking, what, like a good, you'd have to say, what, 30 years? At the least 30, 35 years that the UFC's been around, right? And I would say that in the last 30, 35 years, MMA has to be one of the most watched. And there's different kinds of MMA, all right? Well, if like you got UFC and you got Pride and you got all these other ones, you got different organizations basically. And it's like, and I'm going to get to my point. My point is that for all the UFC that's out and the different organizations that are out, and for as long as mixed martial arts has been around, I would have to say for the last 30 years, a lot more people have been more involved with that, more involved with like health and fitness and all these other things. I would say that the 70s and 80s kicked off a health and a fitness thing real tough. And but I would have to say, like, in the last 30 years, people are getting more involved with like people do MMA shit for health and fitness, like grappling, like, like a lot of people take different, like karate, jiu-jitsu, different things. They take different forms of like martial arts or MMA or whatever, they're martial arts or whatever, boxing or whatever of their choice, and they're doing it for health reasons. They're doing it for self-defense, and I would say that that's actually increased in the last 30 years, just because of how famous, boxing and MMA and everything has become. I guess more of like contact sports. And so just to see that nowadays, when you go against somebody, whether it's in the streets or whatever, you have to be careful, because there's a lot of people that practice some kind of self-defense or martial arts or something like that, boxing or something. And my whole point to this is, you never know who knows what when you're actually, out there getting into fights or whatever. You never know what the next man knows. And nowadays, you should be more cautious to think that you can sit there and talk shit, not even worried about who can knock you out or fucking do all this. It's all the whole thing with guns too. You never know who's packing, and you don't know what the next man knows when it comes to fisticuffs or whatever the fuck you want to call it. So that's my whole point.
Side of the house.
I'll make you another clip. Don't do that.
Seriously?
Don't do that.
All right, so
Man. Straight up KO, man. So it's the next day or two, and he's being disrespectful again. And he just gets his comeuppance. This is wild.
You've probably already seen this viral clip of former UFC fighter Tiki goes in hitting influencer boxer Dean the Great in the face. I made a video about that yesterday if you want.
Wow. And he's talking shit to Rampage's manager. See how disrespectful? See, that's the thing. If he's supposed to be cool with Rampage, why would you talk shit to his manager? I tell you, this kind of shit's wild.
Want to check it out? I'll leave a link at the end. But what a lot of people haven't seen is the aftermath of this situation, because the cameraman didn't quite catch it from this angle. But I got a new exclusive angle, so let's check it out.
So this is the other angle, right? So the viral clip was what, you guys just saw when Tiki came with the elbow, which is, elbows and knees. If you guys don't know, what's even more damaging than just a punch is elbows and knees. I was told by a Marine that if you go into a fight and you come in high kneeing and elbowing, if you catch somebody the right way, you can actually, you can fuck them up pretty bad. And knees and elbows is the thing that that'll get them. So that's what I was told. Let's get back to this.
Tiki just hit Dean.
Whoa.
Wow. So we watching this from the other side.
Why? What do you do? What do you do to you?
Fucking talk shit.
All right, go.
Wow. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. So
He's good.
very interesting. So twice in about a 2-day, 3-day span. Yeah, this is very interesting. I'm gonna watch probably about another minute to see what happens.
Don't touch me, bro.
Listen.
The fuck cuss up me for, bro.
So it looks like Tiki just hits him and then walks inside. Well, Dean tries to chase him and throw some punches, but I don't think he really got anything off. Maybe a couple shots to the back. You can see he was being held back here by a couple people.
You see this? He's over there smiling. Ain't that some shit? He's smiling and laughing about it. Wow. That tells you everything right there. I like that. All right. So for this versus edition, this fight edition that we got going on here. Now, there's this new thing that I haven't seen anything about this, actually. Been going on for what, 2 or 3 days? Maybe 3 or 4, probably. But I've never seen anything officially said about this. And I figured, shit, why not check it out? Now, Mr. H, right? You gotta love Mr. H. And I'm gonna try to go through some of this here. Try to make it pretty quick. This is about an 8-minute video. And but I heard about this. Don't know the specifics. And I figured, shit, if we're gonna check this out, let's go and see what Mr.
Alright,
H
guys,
has to say about
this dropped yesterday, and it's got lots of people talking. Very, very interesting turn of events. Now, whether you...
Now, I like Mr. H. Had a little chat with him one time, a few years back, on one of his videos. And he was very cool. So, shout outs to Mr. H reviews. I'm not sure how anybody feels about this. Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano. Let me see. I guess my question is, like, why now? And how did this ever come about? They both haven't fought in years. But what would be the thing that would make both of them want to, I guess, jump back into the octagon, more or less fight each other? And I guess that would be my whole question of this. Why now, and why each other? Is this one of those like dream matches, like a Tyson Ali kind of thing? Is it was it like two greats at a certain time in MMA history that, you know, both of them, you know, ran shit for a little bit and then left the sport? Now it's what, umpteen years later, and now they decide to basically have a match that looks like it might be good. Who do you think is going to win? You know what, Penny? Actually, that's a good question. I guess the only thing I would have to say in Ronda Rousey's, in her defense, is that, let's say, like, she's been wrestling all these years. So I would have to say, like, on the wrestling front, with all the running, the wrestling, and all the, you know, wrestling's not easy. I could just imagine that being a WWE superstar or whatever the fuck, I could imagine that that's not an easy thing to do. I commend all those people. You know, they put their body in harm's way doing everything that they do. And they're both, if I'm not mistaken, in their, late 30s? Mid-late 30s? This is the thing. For someone that's been somewhat physical on some kind of level since she stopped MMA, that would be Ronda Rousey. Gina Carano, we don't know what Gina's been doing while she's been acting. Like, physically, does she still train, this and that? I guess it goes back to what I was saying before. Some people in their retirement continue to still be physically active in what they were, you know, in their collective sport. You know, but not competing. And with that being said, it probably has something to do with the Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming. You know, that's funny. That's funny. If Gina, You know what? If Gina was actually going to have a part in the Mandalorian movie, like her character comes back as, Cara Dune, and she makes an appearance to let people know that she's back in Star Wars, then yeah, I could see that. I could see this probably, I guess, dipping into being a publicity stunt. But if that's not the case, appreciate the laugh, Penny. But if that's not the case, I could see that this. I'm trying to see why here, why now, and why them too. It kind of still goes back to that. If it's not connected to anything else, the fact that it's on Netflix, and I'm not sure when was the last time that Ronda Rousey has wrestled. If it's been within the last 6 months to a year. But this can actually be beneficial for, I guess, publicity for the WWE. And this could be a jumping point for Gina Carano as far as letting Hollywood know that now she's, back, in the spotlight, and is this a part of UFC? Is this just a standalone match? Is this part of a card where it's there's a bunch of other wrestlers or who? I mean, is this? I mean, who's doing this? Is this UFC? Is this Pride? Is this something else? Or is Netflix just gonna have their own UFC fight? Who's running this? I guess. I'm trying to see where does this fit in at? Because what happens if this shit ends in 5 minutes? People are not just gonna want to come see something that's gonna run for 5 minutes. Let's just see what
you're sort of pro this or anti this. Doesn't really matter. It's a very, very, very interesting thing, both for Netflix as well as for Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey. So Netflix is going to be hosting a live event. An MMA fight between Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey.
Okay, I guess if Netflix can do the Jake Paul fights, right, and all that other shit, right? If they can do those kind of things, then I could see them pulling this off. My whole thing is, since it's more of an MMA, this ain't a boxing match or something like that. Guess it's not sanctioned, right? This is just an event, two people fighting, whatever. I guess. I don't know. I wonder if they're built for this. I mean, because if I'm not mistaken, Gina Carano retired before Ronda Rousey did. I mean, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, shit. I think she did retire first, and then Ronda Rousey, she got her ass whooped, and then she retired, and then she's been in WWE ever since. So, yeah. And ZBR says I mod for Mr. H. Oh, that's what's up, man. Mr. H is the man. Yeah, like I say, much props, to Mr. H. He's, he says he's a good dude. Yeah, he is a good dude, man. Like I say, he, had a little chat with me, man. He's been very good. So that's what's up.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I think this is quite a surprise, actually. This is, what is this like? This is the first thing that Gina Carano has sort of publicly put her name to, I guess.
Say, Gina has lost some weight in that pic. I'm not gonna lie, Gina looks good, man. And Gina looks pretty good, man. Yeah, if somebody in the chat knows, and I could probably Google, I would be jumping all over my phone and shit, while I'm here with y'all like that. But like, when was the last time that Gina Carano even had a fight? Like, you know, I know, like, she does some hella some fight scenes. I mean, she can hold her own and shit. You can tell she's a fighter. I mean, in The Mandalorian, that movie that she has, I forgot the name of it, and I have it, actually, I have the actual DVD, the Blu-ray, in the living room of, that one movie she has where she's being chased and she has to fight fucking Channing Tatum. Like, I still, like, I watched like a little bit of it. I still have to finish that movie. Now, again, she can hold her own doing fight scenes and everything else, but I mean, when was the last time Gina Carano even been in a fight? But you know what? It all goes back to what I said earlier. We can, you can never underestimate what a person's been doing, since, we haven't been watching her. Like, it's like, it would be dumb for me to say, well, I think Gina Carano's not up for it because we haven't seen her do anything. We don't have to see her do shit. What a person does in privacy, and that's the way it's supposed to be done. She could probably been, building up to her return to MMA all these years, and we don't even fucking know it. That could be, that could be something that could be going on, and you never know what people are doing, because, when you're taking care of your business, honestly, you're not supposed to tell everybody, not supposed to let everybody know what you're doing. You just do what you do. Yeah, I mean, blabbing your business to everybody is not a good thing. The reason why is because if whatever you're trying to do, if for some reason it doesn't materialize and you've told your business to everybody, it makes you look, I don't know, can't necessarily, like, I cannot necessarily say it makes you look like a dumbass, but you have people asking about some shit that you didn't accomplish. And to save yourself from any of that shit, you don't tell people, what you're doing. You talk about it after you've done it. If you accomplished it and you've done it, that's when you speak up. But while you're getting it done, you don't let the world know what you're doing. You don't do that. You don't do that because it'll make you look some kind of way if whatever you're trying to do doesn't materialize. That's all. And that saves yourself from having to explain to everybody about something that was happening that didn't happen. Says low spec, what's up, brother? Says I don't know, I think it's been more than 15 years. She does look amazing after hitting the gym. Okay, all right, I feel you. And what's up? Echo Base Network, love Gina, but this ain't gonna end well. Oh, okay, what's up? He's wondering if this Nick or Coach. It's probably Coach. I could be wrong, but I got my money that it's Coach. I'll tell you what, Nick, Coach, love you guys. Thank you for being here. I tell you what, guys, Nick and Coach, hey, they're part of the reasons why I'm here, and they're part of the reasons why 24/7 Fusion Media has even gotten off the ground. Great guys. If you haven't subscribed to them, please do. I love Nick. I love Coach. Those guys are awesome, and them dudes are always on the top of the list, when it comes, to what I think is badass channels. Echo Base Network they're fucking awesome. I love those guys. So thank you guys for being here, man. Fucking love you guys, and I miss y'all, and just happy to be back. So but yeah, Coach and Nick, yeah, They're thinking that it ain't gonna end well for Gina. And you know what? That's what I've been thinking the whole time. Because if Gina's not used to being slammed, being hit, I bet you Ronda Rousey's been hit quite a few times, whether it was staged or it was by accident. I bet you she caught quite a few lumps. All those wrestlers in WWE, they be going through some shit. And she's been going through full fucking matches, wrestling and doing everything else, she probably got her wind up. Cause even for the biggest person out there in WWE, I'm talking like the fattest person or whatever, they got to be in some kind of shape to stay in that ring and do what they do. And I don't talk light of what wrestlers do. They go through some shit, and their body goes through a lot of stuff. So, you know, that's the truth. And the thing is you can't say just because it's fake or, you know, it's wrestling or it's staged or whatever, that, you know, you can't take that into consideration. The hits, and when they get slammed or they get hit or whatever the hell, like, you can't fake that. So, Coach here, I knew it. My man, what's up, Coach? Yeah, they're good dudes, yeah. EBN, man, they're awesome. Man, love you, Coach. Sure miss you, man. That's... Boy, it's great to have you here.
Post Disney... Well, not... kind of lawsuit? Not kind of... Settlement. Post Disney settlement.
Yep, and actually... Congratulations to Gina Carano on winning her settlement with Disney. So
and
that's good.
I'm going to throw it out there. I think,
and it's good to see. I'm looking forward to her coming back. I'm not sure if it's to Disney, but I know that she did a Western, which was maybe less than a year ago that she had a Western, Gina Carano, and I do need to watch that. I definitely do need to watch that. I love Westerns, man. I love Westerns. Like, you can't miss me with a Western. Well, they do have bad Westerns, but I love Westerns, man. So this is a bit like that.
This will garner a hell of a lot of live views. I think it will be a massive, massive payday for both Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano. And I ultimately think that's why they're doing it.
Let me ask y'all real quick. Would this be something that you guys would be interested in watching? Mr. H wasn't happy she settled. Yeah, I saw that video. Yeah, he wasn't happy that she settled. Because the thing is, Gina Carano had Disney dead to rights. And a lot of people wish that she just would have pressed the button. But the thing is, if what she settled for was grander than pressing the button, you can't be mad at her that she settled, because if the settlement was something that she just couldn't walk away from, and it's something that she was able to live with, then, you know, basically like who are we to say anything? Like, you can't really say shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. But man, it's fucking, you know, it is what it is.
You know, I'm gonna throw my cynical hat into the ring and say this is all for Damula. And I know there'll be loads of people that go, well,
yeah, it's definitely for the money. You know, and that's the thing. It's like I'm wondering at this point in the game, what do they have to gain from this? It has to be the money, and if not that, then what? Bragging rights to see who would win between, because that was the thing when they both never fought each other, and people always, it was like it's a dream matchup. Who would win? Gina Carano, Ronda Rousey. Like who would win? Now we're about to see. I guess we'll figure it out here soon. Does anybody know when this even taking place? Like, it's my first time seeing this video, so I know Mr. H will probably cover it. He does good when he cover. You know, if there's any information on anything, he'll he's good on putting it out there. He doesn't miss shit. So Terror on the Prairie wasn't all that great. That's what it was. That's exactly the movie, Terror on the Prairie. You know, I would still give it a go. I'll still just to be supportive and just say, hey, I put my eyes on it. One time. I've seen a lot of bad westerns, so, but I would still give it I'll still give it a roll. I probably it's probably not better than some, but probably better than some of the shit that I've seen in my lifetime. So I'll let the beat me up. Yeah, you like let them beat me up anytime. Yep, I feel you. Yeah, but it was fine. Yeah.
Shut up. Gina Carano's got loads of money. Well, I guess so, to a degree. But then I guess, I mean, why else would you do it then? Because neither are in their prime.
That was my whole point. You know what I could also see happening from this? Let's say they fuck around, they have this fight, and one of them kicks ass so much that they think that, oh, this is my career being jump started all over again back in the MMA. And you have people that come back a decade or two later. I mean, that's what George Foreman did. I mean, so that's my thing. Like, if George Foreman, right, may he rest in peace. And it's crazy because I have a autographed George Foreman boxing glove in the next room. Now, if George Foreman can come back decades later, right, and become the world champ, I don't know how hard or how easy would it be for one of them to do it if they feel like they have what it takes after this fight. I could see it. So,
what are you proving with this? Aside from
that's what I thought too. Like, what's
getting
the point?
A loads of cash, which there will be a huge payday involved in this, and no doubt, make no mistake, it will be massive. But also,
ZBR, my man, says Ronda needs this more than Gina. You think so? You know what? I'm not too proficient right now. I will be pretty soon, hopefully, on pulling shit up and kind of going through stuff and basically like maneuvering through this a little bit better because remember, I'm the guy that doesn't know how to really fuck with computers that much or whatever, but I'm gonna figure this out a little bit better in time. Now I would like to see like basically like what's Ronda's net worth versus Gina's to see like, okay, who really needs the money? But then again, if there's so much money being thrown at them to do this, why would you turn it away? This must be a better paycheck or a better payout than what WWE has to offer and what Gina's been getting lately in the last few. Because again, she just won the settlement, but that doesn't mean she still ain't supposed to be about her money. You know what I'm saying? So I could see this, actually. ZBR says you're doing fine. I appreciate that, ZBR. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, bro. And so it has to be the payout. A payout and bragging rights to see finally who would win between the two.
Increasing both individuals' profiles. And yeah, maybe landing some more work afterwards, which I think is...
That's exactly what I said. And again, the opportunities of what could come afterwards, I could see that too. Just imagine this shit blows up, right? Netflix, of course, Netflix already has a lot of eyes on them right now with that controversy that they're going through with Paramount and, with them buying Warner Brothers. So all that shit has eyes on Netflix right now. But this here is, again, it's one of those Jake Paul, Mike Tyson kind of things. Or, Jake Paul and I forgot this last dude that fucking broke his jaw. It's one of those things, right? And again, it's a dream match that people thought they probably would never see. Now they're finally they're getting to see it. And of course, they're not in their primes, but they're still in their 30s, which doesn't make it too bad. It doesn't make it too bad. I think Gina Carano has more to prove physically, with her not being tossed around in a WWE ring for all these years. Like she's not on that. But again, I can't really say nothing. I'm just saying what I see physically. If Ronda Rousey's been physical and you could see her doing all these matches for all these years in WWE, and you just see what Gina's been doing as an actress, I don't know. What do you say? Just have panel members on to cover these topics and call it the Fusion Cast. Great idea, ZBR. Appreciate that. Very good idea. I like that. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Wait a minute. Ronda's 39 and Gina's 43? Gina doesn't look 43. Wow. Thank you, man. Thank you. This is amazing. I like this. This is cool.
A sort of a byproduct of this, I think Gina Carano will potentially land some roles after this. I don't think she'll get one, I'm pretty certain she's got like a TV role coming up or something like that. But I think this will help raise her profile and show Hollywood that her profile is big and thus land her some roles. So anyway, there's sort of my preamble out the way. Just thought I'd, put my cards on the table. I think this is just all about the cash, and
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's all about the money at this point. But I tell you what, on a whole nother scale, right? I'm gonna tell you something. Like right now in MMA, UFC, what female MMA or UFC star right now has the star power of any one of these two? Like, let's say if there was a fight that MMA or UFC could, well, I'm not going to say MMA it's like saying football or baseball. UFC, Pride, and whoever else is out there, what female fighter is as famous as any one of these two? Is there any? I don't think so. The reason why I say that, because not to say that if I haven't heard of her, then she doesn't exist. But the thing is, I think I see enough UFC and I've seen enough shit to know that if there was somebody out there that had that kind of star power, we would have known. And this here is going to be the headliner of the card. I want to know what else is going to be on that card, because this can't be the only, like, this can't just be the meat and potatoes of it all. There has to be something else on this card that no matter what, you have to come see this, either for the other fight or for this one. Amanda Nunes. I've heard, yeah, I know Amanda Nunes. That's, you have a point. But the thing is, and maybe I'm wrong, but Amanda Nunes, I haven't seen her like acting wise. And the position that Amanda Nunes is now is where these two were at one point. But the thing is let's say if Amanda Nunes right now is in her prime, when these two were at their prime, you've heard about them more in their prime than you hearing about Amanda Nunes in hers. Let's just put it like that. That's just, that's but not to take anything away from Amanda, but who is there any is there any matchup that you can see Amanda Nunes in that fighting anybody else that's active right now in MMA, UFC, Pride, or whatever, that you could see her fighting another female and it would be on the level of what this is going to be? I don't think so. It says these two are the only ones that I know that have a high profile. Exactly. That's my point. And honestly, this could be a thing that can, depending on how they do this could be the thing that could put other female MMA fighters in the spotlight if they wanted to. They can have this with, let's say they could put a hell of a guy or two that will, like, I don't know, too many MMA dudes. But if you have, you got to have other people on the card. You can't put these two in a bunch of nobodies. You should have somebody else on the card that people want to see, that would make this too enticing to pass up. Because there's a lot of people already shit talking this. And there's, it's funny because I seen a clip from Sean Strickland. I don't know. I may or may not. It's real quick. I might just show this after this. But I seen a clip from Sean Strickland referring to this, and actually, it was wild. And you're gonna have people that are not gonna be with this, and from what I'm getting, is age is a huge factor. And it's like, okay, at this point, what kind of hands do they have? I don't know, what do they have in the tank for a full MMA bout? I guess we'll have to see in the fight if their training was worth anything. But let me keep going here.
I think that's fine.
Work today.
I hate this. Y'all forgive me on these.
Is broken. Every day, people juggle so many different.
Eventually.
Different tool.
I think that's an acceptable position to.
Eventually, yeah, I'm gonna have to YouTube Premium to cut out the commercials. The more I keep going, and things get better, I'm definitely gonna have to invest in YouTube Premium to cut out the ads. That way, whatever the hell we watch and we cover, it'll go straight through without the commercial interruptions, man. So you guys work with me, man, until then. I apologize, man. Oops, I forgot to disconnect the headset. Oh, my bad. Didn't mean that. But
to hold. But as they say here, as it was first revealed on the Ring Report, Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano are returning to MMA to headline Most Valuable Promotions, so MVP, and Netflix's upcoming mixed martial arts event on the streamer. Now, this is actually
Most Valuable Promotions. I never heard of them.
really interesting from a Netflix perspective, and also definitely one to watch just as people that are interested in the broader industry, because Netflix has a long history. I say long, it's not that long, but they have a history at the moment of trying to host live events, right, and then crash.
Yeah. I would have to say, like, in the last, like, what? Last week, like, what? 7 years? 8 years? At the least. Yeah, Netflix has been Netflix has been doing their live events. But the thing is, I know these events aren't sanctioned, so I guess that makes it easier to do them. Because if they were sanctioned, you know, there would be, I guess, more regulations. I could be wrong, but
so it'll be really interesting to see whether they've sorted their infrastructure out, and their live stream will actually go ahead and it won't crash. Because a lot of Netflix stuff, even things which are pre-recorded and aren't live, have been crashing lately.
Yeah, that's a thing. Almost every live event that they've crashed out because they've had so many people trying to log in to watch their shit that it just completely. But you know what? You figured with all the billions that they're willing to spend to purchase Warner Brothers, you would think that they actually would have the money to fix the infrastructure to make sure that none of their shit crashes anymore whenever they do a live stream. So I wonder if they have. I mean, come on, man. You putting all that money to you putting all that money for Netflix. I mean, for Netflix to buy Warner Brothers, you can't do that to fix your stuff.
When they are over demanded, you know, the sort of, I don't know, the ability for them to allow mass amounts of people on whatever server it is that they're running, it just causes it to crash. So it'll be really interesting to see whether this causes another crash. Just from a perspective of, well, has Netflix managed to fix it yet?
Mr. H does the H-Cast every Tuesday at okay, yeah, using Army time. Okay. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. All right, yeah, I definitely do catch the H-Cast from time to time. It's let me see, last time I caught it was like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. But I appreciate that. Thank you for that, man. Thank you for letting us know. ZBR, my man.
So Rousey, I'm probably butchering that as well, a former UFC champion and Olympic medalist, who did 12-2, 9 submissions, 3 knockouts, returns to MMA for the first time in nearly a decade. Right? That's the thing. Nearly a decade.
Yeah, that's the thing. But hell, she's been wrestling since then. Wow. All right. So what does Gina Carano look like?
And it's very similar for Carano. Carano's not been in. She's not been doing anything for a very long time as well. And I'm not being mean, or this is not intentionally mean anyway. But Gina Carano wasn't in great shape the last time she was appearing on screen. Now, obviously, you know, you turn that around, but they're both getting on a bit. And I'm not, for athletic perspective, as.
So Mr. H is saying that. So basically, the last time she was on screen was that Terror on the Prairie, right? Nick of EBN is a regular. Yeah, I see my boy Nick, man. I remember when Nick was here in Houston. I was kicking it with him and Stone Loki from Loki's Mornings of Mischief, and hell, man, we had a great time. We went to a retro arcade convention. That, you know, they were selling all kind of like retro games, action figures, comic books. Boogie was there, you know, streamer Boogie, what's that, 1899, or I think that's his name. I probably got it fucked up, but he was there. There was a couple of actresses there from different shows. Voice actresses from Dragon Ball Z were there. But it was a great time. I loved spending time with them. It was awesome. Eris of Chaos, Stone Loki, Nick from Echo Base Network. Yeah, we had a great time together. So that's shout out to Nick, man. Nick is great. Old Man Gina versus Old Man Rhonda. LOL. Yeah, they're up there, man. So it's interesting just to see this shit going down like this.
Women, they are both getting on a bit. Women just don't have the necessary hormones it takes to get in shape like guys do. Guys can continue getting in shape, much later in life because they have testosterone. Women obviously don't have that. And if you gained a few pounds, which just the reality of it is Gina Carano did gain quite a few pounds. I don't know. I mean, who knows?
So basically, like, I guess the last time she did her movie or somebody seen her on the screen was that Terror on the Prairie, right? So what Mr. H is saying that Gina Carano was overweight on that movie, or is there a newer movie that she was on that she wasn't in that great of a shape? I'm just wondering, because like I said, I haven't seen Terror on the Prairie, so I wonder if he's referring to that, or is there something even newer? ZBR says I'm visiting the States later this year. Oh, that's what's up, man. I wonder where you heading to. Shit, let me know, man.
I think it'll be interesting to see, and I'll be really impressed if they both turn up and they're in fantastic shape. They are going to be fighting in the featherweight category, which I think is interesting, because that's they're basically up to 145 pounds, so it's like 60. I think off the top of my head, it's like 68 kilos, which is that's quite heavy. That's
145 pounds for a woman. It's not bad. That's not. Mr. Ace might like them thin. 120, 130. I mean, how tall are they? I mean, that's the thing. If they're like 5'6" or 5'7" or 5'8" or some shit like that, I think 145 is actually pretty good. I think 145 is pretty good. So that's ain't nothing wrong with that. And of course, Rhonda's a little smaller than Gina, so I think it'll be good. It's funny how this thing here, I know Mr. H probably didn't mention it or whatever, but it says here Gina Carano was fired following the comments she made comparing being a Republican in the U.S. to being a Jew during the Holocaust. She also faced backlash for social media posts received as anti-trans and anti-vax. However, after arguing that she was wrongly fired, she settled her lawsuit with Disney last year, marking a rare victory for the actress after her career fell apart, relegating her to direct-to-digital fare in movies about Hunter Biden, produced by companies like Breitbart News. Really? Yeah, I don't know about I never seen that part, but that's interesting, man. All right, well, shit. Let's see what else Mr. H got to say. He's about to wrap this up.
Quite heavy for an athlete, anyway. An athletic woman of a short, diminutive stature. So, I think this is really, really interesting. It's going to be May 16th.
May 16th. So, right before the summer. About a week or two before summer starts. I got kids in college, so both my kiddies are in college, so that's of course spring break, summertime, the holidays, all that shit. When you got kids still in school, no matter how old, you definitely pay more attention to the holidays because of it. But yeah, that's May 16th. Wow. May 16th.
So that's good. And that is Netflix's first ever live MMA broadcast.
That's dope.
So, interesting. That is interesting. So they I guess
says this isn't the UFC, meaning the confrontation will be contested inside a hexagon cage, not the octagon. Hexagon, what's that? 5 sides? So okay, it'll be 5-sided cage instead of the 8. All right, that's a cage is a cage. So don't give a damn if it's octagon, hexagon, the steel cage like in fucking WWE. Shit, it is what it is, man. So that's interesting, man. That's interesting.
It's a historical thing. You know, this is a historical MMA fight. Okay. So Netflix's VP of Sports said yesterday, after the record-breaking success in boxing, we wanted our first MMA event to be truly legendary. And I guess it will be. It's a bit of an exhibition fight, though, isn't it, really? These are more than just athletes. They are generational stars, and having them headline our MMA debut at the Intuit Dome is a defining moment for us. So,
okay. That's dope. All right, let's.
Rousey chimed in and says, "Been waiting so long to announce this, so hopefully they are in shape if they've been doing this for a while. Like this has been in the works for a while. Me and Gina Carano are going to throw down in the biggest super fight in women's combat sport history, and we're partnering with the Fighter First promoter MVP, as well as the baddest streamer on the planet, Netflix. All right, calm down." This is for all MMA fans, past, present, and future. Carano just said, Ronda came to me and said there is only one person she would make a comeback for, and it's been her dream to make this fight happen between us. Ronda thanked me for opening doors for her career and was respectful in asking for this fight to happen. This is an honor. I believe I will walk out of this fight with the win, and I anticipate it will not come easy, which I welcome. This is as much for Ronda and I as it is for the fans and mixed martial arts community. What a time to be alive. I mean, it's going to be great, you know.
Yeah, why not? I agree. I mean, I think for MMA as a whole, I think it'll be good. And let's just put it like this. It'd be good to see what a 39-year-old and a 42-year-old or 43 or, you know, however old she is. It'd be good to see what they have left in the tank for one more go around. Of course, for the money, but also for the sake of the sport that, you know, got them, you know, where they were at. Why not? Why not? And like I said, hopefully... these guys here that are putting it together, Netflix, hopefully they got more lined up for the card than just, you know, of course they're going to have to. But, I mean, hopefully it's beefed up. Hopefully they have some more, you know, up-and-coming fighters. You know, hopefully they have fighters that people want to come see. Hopefully there's no bullshit. Hopefully it's some commendable fighters to make this card worthwhile, to where whether you want to see it or you don't want to see it, you're going to have to see it because you're just going to have to. The card's just too stacked to fucking say no to. So, yeah, why not? Why not?
This will be a huge thing. It'll be really interesting to see. And it'll be really interesting to see the potential fallout from this, right? You know, what happens? Do they both get welcomed back into the Hollywood fold? I mean, then again, this is the image here. They're not in incredible shape. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh shit. Oh man. Yep. It's going to be interesting, y'all. It's going to be interesting. So, you know, right along with this, right? I want to see Nick versus. I want to see Coach versus Nick in the ring. LOL. ZBR. That's funny, man. Oh man, wouldn't that be something? Coach versus Nick. How many of y'all would pay to see that shit, huh? Holy smokes. That is too funny. That is too funny. But you know, another thing, while all this is cool, something else happened, right? Not even like during this whole Dean the Great situation. Like I said, this is, we got us some Hulk, Juggernaut, got us some Dean the Great getting his ass beat. We see Gina Carano versus Ronda Rousey. And with that, we got this. And I'm not sure if you guys heard of this or seen like anything about this happening, but man, what's this? What is this? What is this? Let's see what's going on here, man. This is crazy. So Jean-Claude Van Damme, right?
So around 5 days ago, Jean-Claude Van Damme made a video on Instagram. The latest video he made is calling out Jake Paul for a fight.
Let me ask y'all something. Now, I want y'all to be honest with me, all right? Like I said, this, it's funny because this is all this, this is the Versus edition, but like my whole thing here is like, this is all kind of fighting. This is pop culture shit. Have to do with actors and athletes, MMA and Star Wars and, all this other shit. And, and now we got Van Damme. Man, I love Van Damme. JCVD is actually a pretty good movie if you guys never seen that movie. If you guys never seen that movie, go check out JCVD. It's funny because it's like, I consider that to be a comeback movie for Jean-Claude Van Damme. Ever since he wasn't really making Hollywood movies anymore, he did, of course we all know, he did a lot of straight to DVD movies. And he did one called JCVD, and that movie was very, very good. And after that, was when he was cast because people saw that, okay, he still got it in him. That was when he was a part of the Expendables. That's when they put him into the Expendables movie after that, which was good because, people needed to see Jean-Claude Van Damme. They needed to see what he had in him. And hell, it was cool. I'm not complaining. Love Jean-Claude Van Damme. I thought he's made some very awesome movies. And now it's this shit. And Zombie Box Review says JCVD must really need the money. Prime Van Damme would demolish Jake Paul. Yeah. Prime Van Damme would fuck Jake Paul up no matter what Jake Paul threw at him. Jean-Claude Van Damme. But then again, yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme is older. He's up there in age, but what does he have in him? Like, what does Jean-Claude Van Damme have in him to to pull this off, let alone why does he want to do this? Is it a thing that he found Jake Paul to be so annoying, so obnoxious, to the point where he's like, you know what? I'm tired of hearing this motherfucker. I'm ready. He's paid off somebody, you know, that broke his jaw. He fought Mike Tyson. He's, you know, fought all these other people. Hey, you know, what if you come fight me? And to be honest, it might be one of those kind of things, along with what ZBR said about Van Damme possibly needing the money. It could be one or the other or both. Or it might be just completely, you know, something completely different. Who knows, right? He says, I've seen it. Oh, JCVD. Yeah, it was actually a pretty good movie. And actually, it was pretty good to see him, you know, because it was like a comeback movie for him. And people really respected what he did in that movie and how it all went down. So, you know, it's cool. It's cool.
One versus boxing.
Hey Jake, this is JCVD, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Bloodsport. Let's do a fight, a real fight of course. I promise you I will not kick below the belt, which means no low kick, so I don't break your knee, I don't break your ankle. That's number one.
Wow. So you don't break, he won't break knees and ankles, huh? No kicking below. So everything he's trying to throw at him would be from the waist up. This is a from the waist up match. Knees, elbows, kicks, the whole shit. Everything from the waist up.
Number two, you cover yourself. Same for me, I guess.
So I'm looking up the rules of K1. So it says here it's a hybrid kickboxing style designed for fast-paced, action-oriented stand-up fighting. So yeah, like kickboxing. But Van Damme is saying that he's not going to do any low kicks to the knees or the ankles. But that does mean he's allowed to kick to the hips, the ribs, the chest, shoulders, arms, or the head.
Yup, like I said, everything from the waist up. So I wonder if Jake Paul will actually fucking do it, or would he just sit there and like talk shit and like dance around it and not want to do it. I don't know. It's weird. Jean-Claude, he doesn't look bad. He doesn't look bad, but I don't know.
You've done a good fight with AJ. People, they make fun, but you were very courageous, okay? So I'm telling you so as a friend, right? Or, yeah, as a friend, why not? So let's do a fight. It can be done in Macau, and Las Vegas, can be in Middle East, Paris, the UK. I like Macau, or Dubai, Abu Dhabi, whatever, Saudi Arabia.
So he's basically saying, hey, you can go ahead and set the stage. You want to have this shit wherever you want to have it. I'm down or whatever. I'm trying to see how I feel about this. I'm trying to see, like, is it like, what's the point? Is either like, why? Just why?
You choose the place.
I gotta say, it would be an interesting matchup. You know, K1 versus boxing, Jean-Claude Van Damme versus Jake Paul. But I don't think Jake Paul is interested because of the hybrid rule set that Jean-Claude is suggesting, when Jake Paul only wants to box, not do these kickboxing or hybrid rules or MMA. Looking at Jake Paul's previous fights, he lost to Anthony Joshua. He went against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He also beat Mike Tyson, and he beat Mike Perry.
And I'll give 15% of my profit to a charity. You can do same, and if not, that's your decision. I want Jake Paul to know about it, okay?
Man, this is crazy. Wow. So, Jean-Claude was a time cop, so he couldn't go back in time and recruit his younger self to fight Jake. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yup. I love Time Cop, man. Actually, I own mostly. I know there's a few Jean-Claude Van Damme movies that I'm missing. I know for sure I'm probably missing about a good 5, 6 movies. But he's put out quite a bit, and I own everything else. I would have to say probably about the most. I'm missing maybe about 5. So, yeah, man. But fuck, Van Damme, that's the man right there, man. Wow. That's the plot for the next Time Cop movie. Yeah, I know, right? Shit. But yeah, I mean, this is it's interesting.
K1 against boxing without low kick and or without elbow. I will not stop until you say yes. What do you have to lose?
I think the reason that Jake Paul chose Mike Tyson and also Julio Chavez Jr. and Anthony Joshua for his last 3 fights are because they're well known in the boxing community. Whereas Jean-Claude Van Damme is mostly known for his martial arts and also his movies. So the previous opponents that Jake Paul had in boxing are generally big names in the boxing community.
Say, let me ask y'all something. Just curious. Whoever's watching, if you can just drop a JP or Jean-Claude or JC, Jean-Claude Van Damme or Jake Paul. Just curious, who's watching, who do y'all think would win? Considering the rules between these two.
Whereas Jean-Claude Van Damme has a history of martial arts, but like a very long time ago because he's mostly doing like films. But I think that the other reason that Jake Paul is not interested in this, at least for now, is maybe that Jean-Claude Van Damme does not generate enough buzz or interest in this fight.
That could be, to be honest, people would want to see this. Like, he's right. It wouldn't, like, compared to somebody of a bigger star. Like, you know what? People would have seen this if this was during the days of when, like, Van Damme was on, like, Arsenio Hall and shit like that. Now, 25, 30 years ago, yeah, people would have loved to have seen this. But the fact that it's 2026... You know what? People would want to see this to see how it would go down, but people wouldn't want to see this because of who's involved. Yeah, I don't know if you guys, if this was to happen, people would want to see it just to see if this shit would be good or would this shit would be over the top crazy to see fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme fucking fighting this dude here. I mean, on the strength of that alone, people would want to just see, because what happens if Jean-Claude Van Damme just fucking annihilates him? Then what? Jean-Claude Van Damme isn't in his prime. Yeah, that's. Say I have a train that's right across the street from my from where I'm at. Hopefully you guys don't hear the horn, but if you do, I apologize. That's just a train coming through here. So I hate to say it, but Jake Paul would win. What happens if Jean-Claude Van Damme comes with that with that master type shits where it's like he's in a zone and no matter what he just can't. He's too seasoned to get whooped, and he ends up like fucking up Jake Paul. What? How would I don't know. What would that look like?
Compared to Anthony Joshua and Mike Tyson and Julio Chavez Jr.
I'm a normal guy who just want to kick your ass. Simple like that. Jean-Claude Van Damme, lots of respect, but still, you'll go to sleep.
Mike Tyson was 58 years old when he lost to Jake Paul. Now, Jean-Claude Van Damme right now is 65 years old.
Damn, I didn't know he was 65, man. Thought he was like 60 or some shit. Wow, man. What can Van Damme do nowadays? And the fact that, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's a smaller guy nowadays, too.
That's like, retirement age. The age gap between them is around 38 years. And I mean, the big thing here is that Jean-Claude is 65. Sure, he's in shape. He does martial arts, but is it okay for him to do combat sports at this age?
I'm not freezing. For like end of Christmas, for happy holiday, if you want to. Hopefully you'll be available. Thank you.
It's a very strange and random call out by Jean-Claude Van Damme, but honestly, I don't think Jake Paul is interested. But he did fight against Mike Tyson at 58. I mean, so who knows? He might take the offer later on. We'll see.
Wow. So, Van Damme versus Trey. My money's on Van Damme. Yeah. Fuck that train. Yep. Wow. I don't know. So what do y'all think? Van Damme versus Jake Paul. Some wild stuff right here, huh? Wow. Man, it's crazy. Then we got Twitter, right? All kind of stuff happening around Twitter.
Ja, Kollege, filmst du mich da oder so? Nein, ich mach nur meine Arbeit, alles gut. Bist du dir da ganz sicher, Mann? Hey, nerv mich nicht. Kollege, ja?
What the fuck? Man, there's all kind of wild stuff going on, but the fuck out of here. Are you serious? Off the bed, it was great catching you live. Hey, ZBR, appreciate you, man. Yo, appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Man, you take it easy. I'm over here wild, like I don't know what. I mean, is this what women are doing nowadays, y'all? Come on, man. Are you for real, man?
Get ready with me să ies la o întâlnire de Valentine's Day cu iubitul meu și pentru că el mereu îmi spune că am buzele prea mici, am hotărât astăzi să-i fac o surpriză și să-mi lipesc niște buze mai mari, pe care le-am colorat ca să semene cât mai mult cu buzele mele naturale și apoi am trecut la machiajul feței și m-a surprins cât de bine merge fondul de ten de la Huda Beauty cu noua pudră compactă. Pentru machiajul ochilor am mers pe ceva simplu, nuanțe de maron, nu am vrut să fie un machiaj extravagant și ca să mențin buzele cât mai naturale, am folosit doar un creion nude și un gloss. Și acesta este rezultatul final. Mie îmi place foarte mult cum a ieșit și mi se pare așa o schimbare subtilă. Nici nu cred că iubitul meu o să-și dea seama.
Lady Miss says sleep well. There you go. Yeah, ladies, I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. That's interesting. Fight night for real, huh?
Whatever you pushes me. Help! Help! Get the fuck off me! Help! Get the fuck off me! Help me! Help!
Yo, why you hit him?
Why are you hitting me? He grabbed me by the beard.
What do you mean he grabbed you by the beard?
Bro, I was walking out and he bumped me. He bumped me.
So you don't know this guy from Adam?
Dude, this guy shouldn't even be here. This is my court date. He's following me. And
You
he
following?
grabs me and pushes me.
Do you guys know each other?
Yeah, this is my baby mama's. This is my baby mama's boyfriend.
This dude's calling for help, and he's over there.
That makes sense.
Separate right now.
I see him, but he wasn't all that fault because you were still grabbing on.
One party over here, please. One party stay over here.
And then when everybody
One party stay here.
But I seen it. You know what I mean?
Oh, here.
Look at that. Okay, we're gonna have this is mine right here. Whatever's going on.
Your business card?
Help! Help! Get the fuck off me! Help! Get the fuck off me! Help me! Help!
Bro. So this dude is chasing around his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend and gets his ass tore up. Wow. Yeah, this is the internet, y'all. This is wild. This is wild, man. Man. So why? This is not this one, LOL. Why are they punching each other? They were saying how
What do you mean he grabbed you by the beard?
Bro, I was walking out and he bumped me. He bumped me.
So you don't know this guy from Adam?
Dude, this guy shouldn't even be here. This is my court date.
Hold
He's
on.
following me. And
You
he
follow
grabs
him?
me and pushes me.
Do you guys know each other?
Yeah, this is my baby mama's. This is my baby mama's boyfriend.
That makes sense.
Separate right now.
This is my baby mama.
One party over here, please. One party stay over here. And then when everybody. One party stay here. But I see. You know what I mean?
Oh, here.
Look at that. Okay, we're gonna have this monitor right here. Whatever's going on.
Your business card?
Help! Help!
Wow, that's pretty disturbing, man. All right, y'all. Y'all see, hey. Not bad. Not bad on the exercise tip. Oh my goodness.
Follow KO Fights for more videos like these.
Yo. She called in, locked the door behind her, and wore her ass out. Ain't that something? Wow. Well, y'all. Wow. All right. Now, there's one more thing that I think I'm going to show y'all before I bounce, right? And this is pretty funny. This is pretty interesting. Lady Miss, wow. I did those when sitting and watching TV. Oh, you talking about the exercise? Yeah. That dude, his exercise was on point. Yeah, the exercise was on point. Look. This guy here is fucking. Matter of fact, let me say this motherfucker. Yeah. Don't hate on me, y'all. I got to get the workout in. I ain't even mad at dude, man. He's doing his thing, man. Some good shit. Some good shit. Boy, that's some wild stuff right there. But there was one other thing I wanted to show y'all. Let me see if let me see here. Let me do this here real quick. All right. Let me see. Now, this is something I came across, right? And this came across to me as a recommendation. And I'm going to be honest, I've never even watched it, but I was tripping. This is called Armored MMA. And I'm hoping it's good. Because if it's good, then this is going to be something that I think I'm going to need in my life that I never knew I needed in my life. The Lady Miss has never been in a fight, LOL. Everyone I ever knew thought I was too crazy. Yeah. Being too crazy works too, you know. That should have definitely, I guess that'll keep them from messing with you. So, but man, oh girl, she got the pants, she got the brakes beat up out of her with that. So, check this out, y'all. I came across this thing called Armored MMA. And this is some knight in shining armor type shits. And a fucking like octagon. I don't know if it's a hexagon, octagon, or something like this, but I thought this has to be some wild stuff. And I figured, you know what? Let's check this out. And as I look through all these, right, you know, you got some 6.8 views, 228K views. There's one here that is at 2.6 mil. That's the one we're going to check out. Why? Hell, it got 2.6 mil. I mean, why not? But I tell y'all what, I am going to go run to the restroom, and I will definitely be right back. Just give me a second, y'all. And we're going to check this shit out. I appreciate y'all. And, you know, I'm sitting here looking at this, right? And they got some shorts. They have some videos. And I was wondering, like, what would be the best thing for us to check out real quick? Like I said, this one has 2.6 mil, and this one looks like it has the most out of everything else. I'm going to check it out for a little bit. This will be probably the last thing I mess around with for the day. This is like 17 minutes long. I'm not sure. Would this be cool to watch? Would a YouTube short be better? I don't know. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it and see what's going on and check this out for the first time. And yeah, let's get into this and see how it goes. Should have known. Let's get it out.
Fighter number 1 from Nashua, New Hampshire. It's Evan Ringo.
Evan the Trash Knight Ringo. Actually, his new one. He's looking with.
They call him the Trash Knight. Have y'all seen anything like this? You know, to be honest, the closest thing that I've seen to something like this is the closest thing I've seen to this was like they have like festivals and things like that, and then I've seen where they have like the guy on the horse, where they have like the two sticks and, you know, the two poles, and they trying to run into each other. I forgot what the fuck that shit's called, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Now they got that kind of shit, but this is like you coming in there with, like, I guess real knight's armor or whatever the fuck. I don't know, man. I'm tripping just seeing that this is what it
the
is.
Clean rig. That's less tears than before. Yeah. I think Megan's helping out. Went to the seamstress. Yeah. Megan's
Lord, I hope I don't get fucking demonetized for the fucking music, man. I really hope I don't, but or not demonetized. I hope I don't get I'm not even monetized. I'm tripping. I was thinking about some of the shit. I hope I don't get flagged or whatever for the music.
here this time on our shirt. Oh, long sword. They're the long sword match. Oh, nice long sword.
Fighter number 2, from Fort Collins, Colorado, it's Greg Fisher.
You know what? We're going to watch this shit. And I'm going to turn it back on once he comes to the... Look at this shit.
It's like a Fortnite. Oh, yeah. That was like a Fortnite, one of those dances. I don't play. I train a lot of kids that play. Their culture.
All right. 6'1", 200 pounds, 5'8", 200 pounds. One's 10 years, the other one's 8. 6-year difference. Not bad. All right. Let's
Fighters to the center of the ring. To reintroduce the fighters, wearing the yellow and blue tabard.
Lady Miss, are we getting ready to watch this shit? What's going on? Oh, shit. Look, y'all. I think this is actually a pretty dope way to end my my little versus edition stream right here. Let's see how far we get into this, because hopefully they ain't playing no crazy music. Hopefully we get to see what's going on with this, and yeah, we'll be talking through this shit. So let's get it rocking.
It's Evan Ringo.
Excited to see Evan in here tonight, man.
Because they were both coming off some.
And his opponent, wearing the gray with the white trim tabard, it's Greg Fisher.
So both coming off some losses, right? Both
yes.
The
fighters have agreed to 3 2-minute rounds. If you're taking the ground, you stood up after 15 seconds. No strikes with a weapon to round an opponent. No legal strikes.
A straight helmet. I mean, I don't know, like the shit. You know what I'm saying? They are going to sword fight, right? Yes, they are. Yes, they are, Lady Miss.
Defend yourself at all times and obey the referee at all times. Fighters, do your release turns. Then touch tips and back to your corner.
Both amazing longsword fighters.
Lady Miss, who's your money on? Did you say it's your birthday? No, actually, my birthday was not too long ago. My birthday just passed. But no, it's not my birthday. But thank you for asking. Yeah, my birthday just passed. So, but definitely thank you for asking. This is I'm just happy being here with y'all. So this is cool. Yo, we're about to check out some shit. Lady Miss, let's check it out.
Evan's had the opportunity to fight before Arnold Schwarzenegger at the Round Classic.
Right. Fighter number 1, are you ready?
That's crazy.
Fighter number 2, are you ready? And who's ready for a long sword pro fight?
This is rare too.
Then start fight.
Ooh. A lot of energy. 2 minutes of longsword fighting is insane. Both high energy. Greg's a tactician, national champion. Nice movement.
Ooh, nice kick.
They both went for it at the same time, too.
Oh, yeah. Nice job.
Wait a minute. I didn't know. They're kicking. Wait a minute. So now, wait a minute. I thought it was just swordplay, but okay, if it's MMA, then okay, then. But wouldn't it hurt if the armor is like, come on now, look, let's be real. Metal on shin, that shit should hurt. Now, hopefully they got like some kind of padding between like the metal and their skin. But man, you going for the silver and black? Yeah, okay, all right. I see who you're going for. I think I might be because he's going at it pretty fierce.
Excellent
Jedi
movement.
fight, bro.
Excellent movement. That kick, cover, kick.
Nice.
Oh.
Skywalker, man.
Wow.
Yo, he did a spin and
Nice kick between, nice still block. Ringo's very sort of range.
And it was a nice feint, too. He feinted it and then came up with the kick.
No, both of these are some of the best longsword fighters in the nation and almost really the world. Ooh, nice inside kick, trying to get that trip.
The dude in the blue looked like
You're quite the longsword fighter yourself.
Who do I think?
Or try. But I've actually not been able to do a longsword throw fight before because we don't get a chance to do it very often. So having that mix, that perfect marriage between a duels fight and a pro fight, amazing.
Man, this is a great fight. This is just entertaining.
And so much energy. Like as you see now, the engines are moving. They're still. Ooh, it just makes great sound too. Nice punches.
Beautiful punch. And
Think about the calculation of that.
Yes.
Throw kick and punch wouldn't still open.
Yeah.
Yep. Know when to let go of your weapon to hit.
Beautiful.
We have got to the point where.
Oh no! I fucking hate commercials, dude. Damn. Yo, I'm really gonna have to. This $7.99 a month. Like I said, it's.
Literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code.
Let's go.
And the defense is arguably almost as important as the offense.
Oh, 100%. Nice kicks. Evan kind of looked at that and he's like, I see you.
Yo, so okay, now I'm wondering. Now, if they can kick, obviously they supposed to be able to punch too, right? Okay, but the thing is, it's like, how protected are their arms? Because I don't know, man. I got questions. Because you could already see that a lot of that shit is covering the front and is leaving the back exposed. So how exposed, like, if you look at the back of their legs, you could see, like, they have, like, what, jogging pants on or some shit? They're not even wearing, like, real chainmail. I don't know, to be honest. They're hitting each other, like, I can see the swords, like, and they're actually going onto the hand. Look, I can see them chopping off some shit and stab. Yep. Look.
All right. 30 seconds. It's just a lot of energy, a lot of long fights. But they're doing great. Still moving up. Nice punch. Oh, nice answer.
Nice punch.
Oh.
The guards are so tight, people will think this. Oh, nice.
Beautiful
nice
high
range.
low.
10 seconds.
But what happens if they
I can't tell if Evans getting tired or if he's just playing or he.
I think he's just playing defensive and trying to make sure he has enough.
Oh,
Stop fight. I think he's trying to make sure he's saving enough for the. Once again.
At least, yeah, they're dabbing each other up. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is some wild shit. Oh, what's the point of having the sword if you can't stab? Well, that's true because this ain't like, but that's the thing. It's like, it's not like a fight to the death. Now, if it was a fight to the death and it was like, you know, what's funny? I wonder if that would ever be a thing. Like, you know, like we see all this shit, you know, combat fighting, all this other shit. Now we're seeing armored MMA. I didn't know that this existed. This is some combat shit that I didn't know I needed. But now we're here. And yeah, now we're here. So you know, of course, you know, at the end of the night, these guys want to probably go home to their wives and kids and, you know, stuff like that. But on the cool, I can see if a lot of this shit gets heightened, I'm wondering what are the stakes are. You know, I mean, I don't know, would there ever be a thing where it's a fight to the death? Who knows? You know, that's some like Escape from New York type shits, you know. You remember when they were fighting in the death in the ring? It was like damn near some shit like this, honestly. But you know, to be honest, I wonder what dictates the winner. Like, what happens? Do you have to like knock him out? Do you have to pin him? Do you like? How does somebody win in some shit like this? I've never seen this before. So,
also former friends, also getting there. I'm sure get that fight.
Clean shot from Greg. That was awesome.
Megan helping out, being awesome. Ellis Williams in Greg's corner.
Just see this sword play, man.
Yeah. Ooh, see the range. Just step out a little bit. And when you do see, if you see that stripe and then punch or kick, you're actually shortening your range because your longsword is your hardest weapon. So to have that kick or punch, it has to be timed either through angles, movement, or position.
I love what Ringo did there. Greg hit him with an inside kick and he switched to a southpaw stance. Yeah, and then kept firing.
you know what? I'm still trying to like figure out how I feel about this. The shit is cool, but now that me and Lady Miss is sitting here talking through this shit, talking this thing out here, you know what I'm saying? Now we sitting here talking this out. I'm wondering, like, what has to happen to make somebody the winner? And does it mean, does somebody get actually hurt? Does somebody get stabbed? Like, my whole thing is, what's the point of, like, you know, again, you know, Lady Miss was saying, like, what's the point of having the actual sword if you're not stabbing somebody? Or is it just two guys in metal outfits just beating the shit out of each other? But what's the point of the actual sword if the end result's not death? Like, how does this play out?
And I love that. And for those of you at home, once again, they're still wearing anywhere from 40 to 80 pounds of armor.
They're wearing 40 to 80 pounds of armor doing all this. I wonder how far their protection goes. And are the swords created in a way that it makes this thing possible without these guys killing each other? I know, maybe it sounds stupid, but I'm trying to figure out, why do something so drastic? It's like, now it makes me wonder, now, if this is armored MMA and this thing said, okay, well, you know, if someone says, okay, this is armored MMA, and they made a big thing about, if you saw how it started, they made a big thing about saying, okay, these two guys are using swords. What else can you use? If this is a match with swords, does it mean that you can have a match with, like, let's say, like a ball and chain? Or, you know, balls with a, you know, spike with, you know, ball with spikes and handle? Or do you come in there with an axe? Or or is this all, like, this whole thing is just made with guys with swords and dudes with armor? If that's it, I don't know, I got questions. This is my first time seeing this shit.
Within this range, when you're throwing that range we talk about, to now throw a punch right afterwards and not make it be a horrible mistake, it's such a high level skill. That's why we don't see a lot of long sword pro fights, because it's such a high level caliber. Because you still have to be safe. We think about HEMA, other ones where they point forward. This one, we have to be safe, no points forward ever. So whenever they come back, they're coming right back, they're being safe. Nice chops, still slashes and cuts.
That's right, because you can't just sit there and hold it out and let them run right into it. Because even though I always get this question all the time, you know, they're like, are the weapons real? I'm like, no, we have foam weapons, and we're just in there smacking each other upside the head. Yes, they're real. And then I go, you know, but they're dulled, obviously. You know, like we dull them down. We don't sit there and sharpen them fresh for battle.
No.
Okay, all right. So, dude is saying that the swords are real. They dull them down. They shave them down. They make them Oh, you out of here, low spec? Hey, take care, brother. You be easy, man, and thank you for stopping by, man. Hopefully, you found today's shits entertaining. But I'm working on some things, man. So, things will get better with time, man. Shit, you take care, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Oh, we call it rebated steel. If you look at any of our AMMA or you check out Simply Samurai on Instagram, we've done test cuts with the pumpkin with one of these swords. It was so cut through.
I saw that on your Instagram.
You're like, that's a sharp sword. I'm like, that's one of our rated. That's a.
So what he's saying is they dulled down the blades so that the blades don't kill you. To the point where he was sitting there and he's using it against a pumpkin. The fuck? Hold on a second here, man.
It was so
I saw that on your Instagram.
You're like, that's a sharp sword. I'm like, that's one of our rated. That's not a sharp sword. It just works.
There's no such thing as a dumb question. Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Round number 2.
Apparently, you can go from 0 to a complete site. In just a single prompt with Wix Harmony. I don't know if this is going to be possible. Or vibe code.
Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? And Winston-Salem was ready for some more action!
At least I'm glad that this part of it is actually explained. That they dull up the swords, and he said that he did or it didn't cut through a pumpkin or whatever. It says Armored MMA. Yo, appreciate that. Thank you, Lady Miss. I appreciate that. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's mighty nice of you to do that for us. Thank you. All right, let's go see what else. Round 2. We're almost done.
Then start fighting.
And I'm gonna pause this here in just 1 second. If I'm not mistaken, from what I've seen, okay, so this year has 181,000 subscribers. This has been going on for, if I'm not mistaken, about 2 years. So this thing's about 2 years old. And that's all I know. Like, I see the subscriber count now. I seen, I looked through and there was videos from 2 years ago. And this seems to be their most watched video. So I was like, well, shit, if that's the case, let's go see what this is about. And excuse me. And hopefully this has a good, this represents what Armored MMA is about. So let's go see what else they got.
That's me. That's my alarm for 5:30 for some reason. There we go.
Nice energy to that back.
Go just that back and forth, man.
Nice teeth. Nice double tap. Nice punch. Nice move inside.
I like Greg's attempt with that shovel hook. That was nice.
It's really cool. Ringo's trying to catch it up, but he's now chasing it. As you can see now, Greg's trying to see, will that make him bite on it by doing this winding. Oh, nice cross.
Nice. Beautiful.
Did y'all see that shit? He grabbed the blade and the handle. And I was wondering if he was gonna try to clothesline him with it, like straight. I was like, damn, that's some old chopping the head off type shit. But he went and he hit him with the handle with the.
Beautiful. And he's got to be really careful on that so you don't get the queons, because you don't want the queons to actually strike.
And why is that?
Because that's what can go through the grill, right? So that's what's dangerous about it. But he was hitting perfectly with the pommel.
don't want to stab him in the face.
Nice little tapes, trying to get range,
right?
trying to get close with those vines.
Ooh,
nice slip.
That's a head movement I was talking about in Ringo, brother.
It's so strong, so good.
You saw he what?
Nice side kick.
I like Greg's. That almost went right under his helmet.
I know, that's why it's scary. Longsword, there's a lot of things that happen.
Ooh, nice left hand, too.
Yeah, Greg's been doing a really good job slipping those punches in there.
I thought something fell off the
I'm going to help Megan with the door on the second one since she has no one else.
Ivan seems to be getting a little bit tired to me.
He does. His gas tank is not as deep as others, but he burns hot.
Say, Lady Miss, you still going for the guy in black? Just curious. I'm just curious. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, and then he gets conservative.
Nice inside leg kick. I'm loving Greg's placement of his strikes.
30 seconds. This is a great fight. Honestly, a textbook longsword match.
Okay.
Now he's just trying to reserve. He's trying to move his next kick.
Nice back kick. That spinning back kick.
One hand sword strike. Looking good.
Wow.
And the grip, too. The grip strength you have to train.
It's a lot.
To hold that for that long. And the beating, because you're getting those vibrations every time you're taking a shot.
10 seconds now. Wow.
Nice,
Yep, something did fall off.
And there's that stop fight.
We have an arm failure. 10 seconds to the third. 1 minute to prepare.
Oh, man.
And we're seeing a lot of good technical sword play through this entire thing. I'm really liking what we're seeing. It's very good footwork. It's very good sword play. I'm loving the strikes Greg Fisher's delivering, and that's probably why his gauntlet's a little loose. Because firing that.
So it looked like he had like a piece of cloth, right? But at the same time, I wonder how the cloth. I mean, he should have came out there with like some duct tape or some shit, right? Just make sure that tape don't make sure that thumb don't come off, man. Because I mean, the way they're striking at each other, I could see a fucking finger coming off, man, because they're going straight for the hands.
And then first round is great.
When, you know,
there's 10 seconds left in the fight.
Everything's not sword on sword.
As we close into the end of the fight, both guys letting it go.
Loving that aggression.
Ivan and Greg swinging as the fight comes to a close.
Nice job. Both of those guys did a fantastic job.
Tremendous.
Here comes that instant replay. Let's see what we got. Had that little teep there from Ringo. Coming nice little shot from Greg. I think this is all right.
All right, so we looking like we're getting into round 3, right? Damn. Says these guys are too tame. What's that? Chinese sword fighting is more swords. Yup. You know, and I guess, you know, might have to basically come back to another match probably next week. You know, do one a week. You know, I think that would be pretty cool. Finally, wait, and they stopped them. Yeah. So they got these rounds. Hopefully, everybody got their armor on. This is
final round. Fighter number 1, are you ready? Fighter number 2, are you ready? Who's ready for this final round?
Look at Greg's shoulders. He's breathing heavy, but I think it's more exciting.
You know, the cool thing is they got a full house. I mean, you could look out in the crowd, and you could see that people are here to see this shit. You know, I guess they already have a following. I mean, with almost 200,000 YouTube subscribers. I mean, they know telling what other platforms that they're on, and you can find this like on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. You don't shit. Probably on other platforms, you'll probably have more subscribers and views and different things like that. But man, just to see this, this was recommended, and I was like trying to figure out like what the fuck is this, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna check this out, and I'm gonna check this out with all y'all, and hell, Let's see how this goes down. Let's see.
Yep. Last round. Nice teep. There's that beautiful teep. That's been landed for Ringo. He's good at sneaking those inside leg kicks, too.
Ooh.
Very good kick from Greg. Dirty. Very nice.
Those hurt. Nice movement. He's trying to sleep out. Ringo said, I want the takedown. Oh, nice slip move. Oh, he almost went down. He thought about it. He thought about it.
Yep.
He was about to brawl. Ringo's tired.
Exactly.
Look, he's like, all right, you got me on that one.
He said, ding. That was a solid punch. Greg's landed with that left hand.
I've seen Greg do this before, though. I think he's starting to be like shark, like blood in the water. He's
look. Yeah, there is a following. Okay, all right. I would imagine that they at this point, this is probably the closest to Knight in Shining Armor that we're gonna get on any level. This is another thing I'm wondering. All right, are they trying to see like who gets the most hits in? How do they judge this? And I'm still it's like they don't say, well, the judges scored this round a 6 out of 10, a 7 out of 10, whatever. It's like, how does this go? So, I figured hopefully we got less than a minute and a half.
He's going to just start ramping up. He's just going to keep on going.
Yeah, I think it's going to start. We got approaching about a minute left in this fight almost. He's just landing. That left hand is beautiful.
Absolutely amazing.
When he throws with the right and then lands with the left.
Ringo's tired.
Ringo's
gas.
Like you said, he just burns hot. He comes out with such good intensity, and he keeps it up for a very long time.
The dude in yellow's worn out, man. It looks like you're probably right, Lady Miss. The dude in black looks like
because he's not just stopping. You see other people do this to just stay back forever. He's trying to work on things. He's thinking about it. It's like a video game. You have an energy bar. You can't just keep on spamming things. But Greg is so good at dueling. He's just working, and those angles Ringo needs to switch. Ooh, that was nice. That's all right.
Hit him in his leg.
Both boys. They got about 30 seconds coming up left in the fight. There's a hard shot.
30 seconds, fighter.
I can't believe we're watching this shit, man. This is cool.
Nice one.
This is different.
They're saying, that crowd's saying, do it again, do it again, do it again.
This is absolutely amazing. The crowd has chosen their champion.
Yep. Good job, both gentlemen.
10 seconds, fighters.
They're going to go for it.
Here we go. What is this? Greg is swinging as we come to a close. Both guys laying it all on the line. Albert Ringo.
And some fighters.
Those guys, man. Fantastic job. They did a great job.
So you telling me that for the last 10 seconds, y'all fucking just throw down the swords and then just fucking go at each other, right? Until whoever drops, right? That's interesting. That's interesting.
Awesome job. Man, both warriors. That was fantastic, man. Let's see this replay. It comes on for us.
And for those of you at home, when we talk about when they step down and they decide to put it down, that's not scripted. That's a gentleman or ladies agreement. They're just like, hey, we had a good fight. Let's duke it out of here.
Yeah, we got some time. There's that hard left that he's been landing from Greg. He did a great job with that, finding the strikes.
Once again, in the New Hampshire area, up in that area, they started together. They started doing fighting from the beginning. They're friends.
Look at the
rivals. Yeah. They've known each other for a long time.
So these guys so all this shit is from up north. They said that these guys are from New Hampshire, and that's where they started this off. So this is all an up north thing. Okay. A little anticlimactic at the end, but still fun to see. I agree. This wasn't what I thought. To be honest, I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what the fuck to expect, but I said, you know what? This is something different. And just to say, hey, hell, even if we check this out just this one time, we can all at least say, hey, we at least put our eyes on this shit at least once. At least we say, hey, this is something that's out there. It exists. And, it was cool to check out, at least once. And, to be honest, YouTube has a whole world of shits just like this on different levels, on all kind of different things. And I think on the level of like, I ain't gonna lie, man, fight, MMA is it all goes in with like the culture of things right now. I mean, it's just what it is. MMA is not going anywhere. Fight clubs, that kind of shit, that shit ain't going nowhere. It's only going to get bigger, and it's going to get grander on all kinds of levels. And again, it might be a thing to where in the future people will probably be fucking fighting to the death. Who knows, right? That might be in somebody's timeline somewhere down the line, but but for now, we have MMA, and we have armored MMA. And from what we know, they fight with different weapons. There's men and women that are involved, and I don't know. I'll have to see. If you guys are interested in seeing. He said, "Just kidding," but but yeah. I mean, if you guys are interested in seeing another one, I'll. Next, well, I'm going to be doing more streams throughout the week. Everything's not going to be this Fight Club MMA. I just figured this would be a good theme for today's stream. This everything is everybody's fighting each other. Actors, actresses, AI, armored MMA. This is a whole fight of versus live stream. So, if you guys enjoyed what I've shown, you want to see more things like this, drop a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section. This is a little different for me, but I'm just now trying to figure out something different. And whatever I do, whatever I show, is always going to be on a whole nother level. And yeah, this is what I'm trying to do. So. But with that, I had a great time. You guys, hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to go probably grab me something to eat. But man, I've been on here for about 3.5 hours. I only plan to be on here for about an hour and a half, but it is what it is. And I enjoyed it all. And yes, armored MMA, y'all. So for y'all that never seen this shit, never seen what this is about, this is the thing. And
after 3 rounds, you know what there is. Grand Fisher!
Just like Lady Miss said, she's beautiful man in black. And
beautiful performance and beautiful showmanship.
The respect, everything.
Yeah.
No, they're both amazing fighters. Ringo is actually one of the few people that have not been able to fight longsword yet. I hope to be able to get that later. He's retiring a lot this year. Doesn't mean he's done, but he's going to start working on some other things.
It's going to be different. I'll be doing more things like this. And I'll probably be cutting little sections out, dropping videos for people that don't have the time to watch the whole live stream. They can check little bits and pieces of things here and there. And I'm going to be doing more streaming from now on. So yeah, I guess whatever I can throw in, if I ever do more videos, then I'll be doing them on different things. I'm not done doing videos, but I'm gonna be streaming more now on. And yep. And Lady Miss is the winner. So there you go, girlfriend. That's what's up. So yeah, I had a great time with you guys. This is fucking awesome. Glad that you guys were able to spend this time with me. I'm gonna do this shit more often. And again, you guys let me know in the comment section. Thank you, Lady Miss, that for being here, spending this time with me. Shit means a lot to me. And it's crazy because you were there with me for my first live stream that I've ever done, 6-7 years ago. And here you are with me again today. So again, like I say, I love you, girlfriend. This shit means a lot to me. And shit, you guys are awesome, man. I love all you guys, man. You guys have been dope, man. And you guys are the reason why I could never walk away. Shit, without y'all, there is no me here on YouTube. So I just wanted to start doing some different things and just keep y'all entertained. And hopefully, we can, I'll learn how to use OBS better and do better with different things, but just trying to work on just being better. So you guys have a great day. Lady Miss, you have a great day. All of y'all, Penny, I appreciate you, Penny. Let me see. My boy Low Spec, thank you for being here. Zombie Box Reviews, I appreciate you being here. Echo Base Network, my boys, man, I miss y'all, man. Nick and Coach, love you guys, man. Appreciate y'all being here. Pat S, my brother, thank you for having my back, man, as always. Hopefully I get to catch up with you soon. And if there's anybody else that I forgot, my boy Low Spec Linux Laptop, man, hey. Boy, I appreciate you guys, man. And if there's anybody else that I've forgotten, then forgive my mind, not my heart, like my boy Vigilante said. So, Mark D with the C, what's up, boy? Hey, man, I appreciate you being here, man, and showing up for me, man. Yo, appreciate that, man. Thank y'all, man. And plan to come with more topics, different shits, things to check out, laugh at, and I'll be picking it up a little bit more as time progresses, but I'm kind of new to doing shit this way, and hopefully you guys can see what I'm trying to do. So with that being said, I want to say I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being here, man. Miss you guys, love y'all, and definitely look forward to catching y'all next time. It's your boy 24/7 here with 24/7 Fusion Media, and I am out. Peace. Yup.